Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese, episode 223. I'm your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Marc Augustiniak.
Murder.
Ben Barris.
I'm not Matt, but I'm sitting in a seat. Don't tell him.
The Free Cheese, the weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Woo! But we got noises. We got lots of noises.
I don't hear anything.
We got ghouls in the air. We got someone, we got lots of loud banging happening.
Ambiance.
Yes, that's what you call it.
This is the haunted episode.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is cold as shit outside, so for things to be haunted and dead makes total sense to me because I feel dead now. I normally like the cold too, and I'm like, come on, guys.
I think it's because, like, this year alone, like, the weather has just been fluctuating so fucking much. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if next week if it went up to 75 on a Wednesday for no
I'm gonna
no
bang
reason.
it right now.
You know what I mean?
I bet
I
you're
saw
right.
50s at the highest, when last week it was only like 40s,
Yeah, I mean, like,
or maybe 30s.
you're right though. Like, even in the middle of the summer, at one point it was like 40 degrees. And I
No,
was-
this past Thursday it was 50 degrees at night.
Yeah.
I remember because I was out smoking a cigar because this is it for the year.
Yep,
After
you're
this,
done.
it's just gonna be straight cold.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
no.
I'm not prepped.
The highest it looks like it'll be is 56, but even still. Like, I've been wearing these Batman socks for the last 2 days because they're made of sweaters. So they're just thick as fuck.
Yes, I have socks like that are similar.
Yeah. I almost went full long underwear beneath my clothes.
Oh yeah.
But you can't do... I couldn't wear this cool hell t-shirt if I was wearing the long sleeves beneath it, you know?
I know what it means.
Yeah. But when I was home last night, full long underwear.
That's what you do.
I was a full gray boy. Running around in gray. So they call me.
You know the gray boy.
You know, there's that gray boy again. I leave all the windows open and I rattle the window.
It's because the boys are gray, the girls are not.
Yeah, the girl's not gray. No, not at all.
There it is. There it is.
I just shake the windows. All the neighbors. There's that gray boy up there again. We see him. How are you two?
Tired.
Yeah, man.
And, like, I'm physically exhausted. Like, my back is just, it fucking hurts so bad.
My neck, your back.
I can't finish that.
This is a PG episode, right?
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But, yeah, because I was at band practice, and I don't think, maybe you saw this bass. It's a Fender Precision. I maybe use it maybe once or twice around you.
What color?
It's black.
Nope.
And it's black with a maple fretboard, but it's either 1974 or 1976 Fender Precision. So I don't know if you know much about Fender guitars, but back in the day they were just
Heavy
made
as
out of
fuck.
solid. It was a tree.
Yeah.
So
That wasn't the one you lent me for that thing.
no. That's also a heavy bass. That
Yeah,
was an
yeah.
Ibanez. That's fucking heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, this bass, like, I need to, because I'm gonna be playing out more. I guess I'm trying to, like, strengthen up my back. Like, I've been doing pull-ups recently and all that, but this bass is just so fucking. It's a 10 out of 10 bass, but it's just the
Because you
damage
used to
it
sit
does.
with it. and
Oh
have it-
yeah, but now like even when I'm practicing, I stand up.
Yeah.
So like just like
Get one of those straps where it's like padded around.
I'm gonna
just the
have
neck
to now,
and then-
man. Like a whole like support
Yeah.
system, dude. It's no fucking joke.
Get a like I have a backpack that has clips that come around from the back to your hips and like a belt. Get a
It's not
bass
a bad
belt.
idea. Do you know who does that?
Just play it upright. Have it on stand.
Yeah,
Lemmy?
yeah, I'm gonna do that. No, no, Buckethead. He has this
Oh,
like
that makes
thing.
sense.
Yeah, he's Buckethead.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually has some like severe illness,
Oh,
like life-threatening illness
Well,
thing
he has
going
a
on. Yeah,
bucket forehead. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
you know, a mental illness now. But yeah,
No, that sucks though.
yeah. I was thinking about I was trying to deduce what illness he could have.
Yeah, I know,
I
it's
don't know
like-
where I was going with that.
I don't think I even knew who
diabetes
he
maybe. I don't know.
is. Like
Does
real
KFC
name and
do
all
that?
that.
Oh, apparently like the
Scott
longest time.
Stapp? Sorry.
Everybody thought it was Paul Gilbert from Racer X. He's like an '80s guitar shredhead because he's also 8 feet tall
Yeah.
and just has like tree branches as fingers. But apparently, it's not really him.
Huh.
So who knows?
Cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you who knows. Mark, how are you?
Adjusting to this cold. Had a little predicament for getting up here with my car. It was like 3 things at once.
Boom,
Because
boom,
like,
bam.
so like I can't see the mileage because it's saying tire, air, pressure, just the words.
Oh,
keep taking
yeah.
turns. I'm like, I just want to know because I know I got to change my oil. So I was like, all right, I'll just try to put air in whatever. See, because I don't know if it lost some or what, and I couldn't take the caps off on all of them. Like it was like really like peeling skin trying to do it because it was all
Damn.
plastic like rigid
Yeah.
lines. Like I don't like that design for anything, like any kind of lid. I
Yeah,
think
no.
it's even this, but this water bottle, but
Or it hurts you. I guess the idea is so that you can easily grip it no matter where you grab it
but
from.
you don't. You still slip.
Yeah.
Because that was my problem too. But I finally did. But then like I lost the cap and it went like between the like hubcap and the tire, and I was like, where does it go?
Oh, damn it.
Like, you can't reach it. You can't hear it rattle or anything. And then like my tire pressure gauge thing, like I like. Because usually when you try to measure the PSI, like it doesn't go out all the way. When you first, you have to kind of bend it a little bit. I guess I bent it too hard because it actually, like it curved. And then the top part, that part broke off. You could see the glue going with it.
Good.
I was
Good,
like,
good,
Great.
good.
All right. Awesome.
That's
All
how
this at once. I'm
that's
like,
how
I'll
it
just-
works.
I'll worry about it later. It's
Yeah.
fine.
How did you get the thing out? Just shake your car or the tire?
I just left it alone. I'm just
Just fuck it.
Yeah, I
You
don't-
just don't have one anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Until
you don't really
find-
need that cap. The cap's only there so like dirt doesn't get inside.
I think it's there so
the
dirt
thing.
bags don't walk
That-
by and push on it.
That
Right,
too.
'cause that'll-
Yeah.
That too.
I'll get. I
That
mean,
too.
I'll replace it. It'll be fine.
Until you pull up to another car that looks like yours.
Yeah.
Lean down and tie your shoe.
I mean, if you have like an old bike, just grab the.
I actually
cap from
found like
that,
another
yeah.
cap on the road, like on the ground near me, but it was already split somehow.
Ah,
like,
son
like
of
it got
a
ran
bitch.
over. I was like, fuck, so
You
close.
just gotta hang out by air pressure things like I do, and you'll find a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it for good Friday nights, Saturday nights, any nights really. Just hang out by the air pressure machine, see who comes through. Brian Patrick Carroll.
That's him.
That's his real last name.
That's Buckethead.
He had a teacher called Paul Gilbert.
That's okay.
And then yeah.
Thank God for Bing, man. I know that's what you use.
Yeah, of course. He was on a podcast recently, like real recently.
Who he was?
Yeah. Said that he was out of character as Buckethead. He was
He
himself.
was like a human being.
He was Brian.
Because usually he'll wear the mask and have like a Muppet.
He said,
thing.
"Hi, I'm Brian." During the podcast, he revealed that he's been diagnosed with a potentially life-threatening condition of heart arrhythmia.
Yeah.
Stated that he had a cardiac ablation performed and uses medicine to control the issue.
Fuck. That sucks.
Yeah.
Is that like treatable?
I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah.
Heart arrhythmia. Oh, irregular heartbeat.
Oh, it's a regular heartbeat.
Yeah, it's fancy words for that.
Oh, so it's not too bad.
So he probably has like a defibrillator or something,
Yeah.
like in him.
The more serious sides of it are lightheadedness, passing out, shortness of breath, or chest pain.
Dude, like by the way he plays, like
You think that his fucked up time signatures have,
That's what it is, dude.
No, I'm just
have
thinking,
fucked with his
like-
internal metronome?
like he like. I feel like most people when they tense up and get really extreme with something, you kind of hold your breath
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know if blood pressure just fluctuating. I just feel like just over time, just like constantly just shredding. Like I guess your body just wears and tears after.
Too
time.
fast.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's too fast.
He's too good.
Getting older is not fun.
It's not, dude. Oh, God, it fucking sucks.
I realized last night Oswald woke me up at 4 a.m. to go piss, which is normal. But as I wandered through the living room, my ankle, I was like suddenly aware that my ankle just has a pain every time I step. And I was like, how long? Wait, no, that's been going on for a while now. And that's just what happens. I'm realizing, like, you just,
That's it. Like I can't do
things
push-ups
just hurt.
with like just my hands on the ground.
I can't either.
Because
My
my
wrist.
right wrist like feels it more than my left.
You
I
got to
have
put
like,
them on.
I need something with
knives?
like handles
Oh.
or something. Yeah, that too.
If you have any like
Thumbtacks.
dumbbells,
Yeah.
if you have any dumbbells,
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Yeah, he uses those. My brother has like some kind of like electrical tape wrapped around the handles of the
Yeah.
dumbbells.
Yeah.
So I just use those.
Even like typing. Like if I'm at work and I'm typing on the fucking keyboard, if I'm resting my palm on the table,
Oh, that'll fuck
You
you
gotta get
up,
one of those
dog.
like.
I feel like 30,000 little things are like smashing my. I don't know.
Dude, yeah, you got that's the road to carpal tunnel.
You gotta
You gotta
get
be real
it,
careful with that.
What is it? A keyboard buddy? Ever heard of those? It's like a little plushie who has his own little plushie keyboard, but it's for your arms to sit on top of. So
Oh my
God.
or whatever.
Oh, I was picturing just like some little guy
No.
who comes along this.
Well, the
Hey,
one,
pal.
the ones I
It's me,
saw,
your keyboard buddy.
the ones I saw were like Digimon related, but it
No,
was
it's
a
the
little, like,
paperclip.
Agumon or
It's the
something.
paperclip from like
It's gonna
XP.
jump it out. Wow.
It looks like you have arthritis.
Yeah.
You need help with that?
Take a rest on me.
Breaks your wrist. Cuffs you in with bent paper clips.
Oh, fuck. Matt is not here, which means we're using different equipment, which means you may never hear this. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. That was what that happened that one time we had a podcast.
Oh, you just recorded a whole episode and it just didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Although we were, look, I took precautions. We're recording straight to the external drive.
I see that.
Instead of the internal busted one.
Can I use that as a beer coaster, actually?
Yeah. You can use it as a hammer target.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
do, usually. Fuck. You guys play any video games this week?
Sure did.
I actually
Oh.
did.
Me too.
Hey.
I started and finished one.
Where'd you start and finish?
Resident Evil 7.
Whoa.
What do you mean? You started that years ago.
I started over.
Oh, from scratch.
Yeah, so I met up with good pal Sandeep,
Sandy
other day.
Jandu.
and he sold me his VR kit.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
So
Damn, you're in the Matrix now, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
I hooked that up.
How's
and,
it feel?
Feels pretty good. It
Yeah.
feels like the only way to play that game because I tried without it, and boy, aiming's terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
That game is not playable for me without it.
So you had played it early on just in VR. And that was
Yeah.
kind of the thing, like, really selling you in VR. How do you feel now that you are the proud owner of one?
I don't regret it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing more games, like because I haven't used the Move controllers yet. I've only used the DualShock.
Oh, yeah, because that one is just DualShock and
Mhm.
headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you aim with your head. So
Huh?
so like
Really?
Yeah, because I mean basically in any
Weird.
VR game, your head is basically the right stick. Just move to your helmet. So
That's
instead of
weird.
me using the right stick to aim, I just look and
Oh, okay.
move the crosshair
So
where
what
I'm
it-
looking.
So what if
And it's
what
more
if you want to
accurate.
shoot? I'm trying to see how I can put this into English.
Okay.
Because I played Resident Evil 7.
Mhm.
I bought. Well, I have it on Steam. I'm just waiting until the
Yeah,
latest
yeah.
DLC
Actually,
to come
a
out.
mouse might be pretty good too. No,
But I'm thinking like it's first person.
Uh-huh.
You see a zombie,
Uh-huh.
and then do you just
Pull the trigger.
pull
Look
the
at him
trigger?
and pull the trigger?
Yeah, I mean, because like you see the reticle on your thing, and all you have to do is
Oh.
just and like because the camera
I
sees
okay.
sees where you're looking with your head, so you just look at the enemy.
I guess that does make sense. But I've yet to try any VR,
because
so
you
I
can
have no
still
idea.
walk straight, and I can still look the other way while still moving this way.
No, that
makes
like you would in
sense.
real life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
like,
guess in real life when you're aiming
So you're
with the
constantly
gun, you
moving,
kind of just
yeah.
look, and then your body kind of
Yeah.
reacts.
And here's the thing: like when I barely open a door, I'll cock my head sideways. So when so my hand is now completely sideways, like through the door. If I see somebody walk through and
Oh, that's cool,
like, try
man.
to shoot them. Yeah, because like the aiming, it's just a little dot depending on the gun that you're using.
It sucks that there's no, at least official VR support for PC, because I think it's just I'm sure someone hacked it or whatever.
Wait, you can't use
Like
a
there's,
Vive
I
or
don't think
whatever?
there's like an
'Cause, yeah,
Oculus or a Vive.
Because Capcom or
patch.
PlayStation signed some deal to make it VR exclusive for the first
the
year.
downfall.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The downfall for VR for this game is that everything is since you're in the game, everything looks a little more pixelated and like blurry in
Yeah.
some areas. Because when I like took off the set just to like look for a second or get food, I could see it's a lot sharper on my monitor, and I was like, I mean that's fine, it's whatever. But yeah,
Yeah, it's the PS4
it's like a
headset. It's cheaper than the average one, but I mean,
Yeah.
even then, it's still a
and
chunk
like
of money.
the setting up of it is a little messy too. It's like a separate box you got to hook in and
Oh right, it's a tiny PS4.
Yeah, it's like a hub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's like more wires attached to that. It's like you need like 2 HDMI cords just for the PS4.
Because one to go from the box to the PS4 and
then
one go
one here
PS4 to the TV.
Mhm.
Damn.
Jeez.
Well, actually, from the box it goes to the TV and one into the PS4.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's weird.
So how would that look? Just looking at this space that we've got here, what would I be looking at? Like I'd have to
I
run,
think a lot of it would be hidden behind the TV.
and then I'd have to run the cable from the headset just across the floor. Like if I wanted to sit on the couch.
Yeah, I mean there is gonna be one wire, and there is like an extended wire that you would have, and you would have to stand either. I was sitting.
Yeah.
But standing would probably be required, or sitting if you want. But at least they say recommended 5 to 7 feet. But for me, I was like 2 to 3 feet away from my monitor. Like I pushed my monitor back so the camera could see me better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was sitting in a corner, so whenever I was like backing up from something, I would like hit like lightly like thump the back of the wall. Yeah, like they show like in a booklet what it looks like to like set it up because I sent it to my friend, but like it looks worse than what it
Yeah, I
is
remember
there.
that diagram where it's just like,
That's if you're neat with it too.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's
like
all
most
wired.
of this here,
yeah.
I just have all the way to the side here, and I have the plugs like around this way, so it looks less convoluted. They
Yeah.
try to like they made it look weird for some reason. And then like in the VR headset itself, there's like the little part where you turn in the one, you hooking your earbuds into that, and you can put them in here because you can't wear like actual headphones with it, or if you do, you have to put them like behind your head or something like more horizontal.
So did you get sick at all?
No.
Really?
Because like when I very first played it, it was a little disorienting at first, but then they're like, oh, because like when you do use the right stick in this game, it's to rotate your character, and you can choose how many degrees you want to do it, 30, 45, or 90.
Oh, right.
And then you can turn that off and just do smooth. So picture like you being in a tank, and then you just like pivot around, and it's like super smooth, like too smooth to where that made me nauseous, and I don't get nauseous with like anything. So I turned that. I was like, fuck that. I'd rather just do like the twitching.
Yeah.
The twitching was a
yeah.
lot better.
Yeah, that's. I mean, in the whole VR world, that's one of the biggest issues. It's like there's these fucking dope games, but how long can you
motion
actually
sickness.
sit?
But the
Yeah.
pacing on that
Yeah.
game is pretty good when you're walking around.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So you played start to finish. How long?
It's like a 10-hour game.
Does this
Okay.
include in the DLC that's out, or you just do the base game?
I just did the base game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did buy the DLC,
Cool.
but I wish I got it when it was on sale. But oh well.
Yeah. That's you. How far did you miss it? I know with what's
Like-
it called? You missed it
like-
by
Like 2 weeks.
okay. That's yeah.
And they'll probably
Still
have another one because Gold Edition's coming out, and I don't know how much that's
That's
gonna
like
be.
the I forgot what the hell it's called.
But I paid $90. I think. Yeah.
I mean,
I support them.
yeah. Let them know you care.
No, if there's any Capcom game that's out now, I mean, I guess it depends who you are. Because if you go up to a Marvel vs. Capcom fan, it's like, no, this is the one that needs to sell. But I think,
yeah.
I mean, coming from Resident Evil head, this is the one that needs to sell.
Like, I
I agree.
I think it's because of my experience with these kind of games. I felt a little overpowered or overprepared is a better term. Because I ended up like not using everything at my disposal for the end.
So it wasn't so much of a survival horror type game.
Well, for normal, it's probably not for somebody like you or me.
Mhm.
I mean, there is some parts where it is, where like crap, like I misused like making like first aids or instead of when I should have made bullets or something. But other times, towards the end, I guess I just like you feel a little overpowered just because like all the weapons you have and the ammunition and everything.
Yeah.
So like the end was a little bit lackluster, but also opened up for potential for other things. So it's whatever. But the rest of the game, it's a good journey.
That's awesome.
Good journey.
How are the puzzles?
So there aren't that many, but when there are, some of them feel like escape rooms a little bit.
Because I saw the one like in the main living room or dining room where you gotta like, I don't even remember now. It's been so long. But
I remember like the demo for it was basically like a giant puzzle.
in the kitchen.
And it
That
was
one.
it was
Well,
piece by piece too.
Yeah, like even after the kitchen, where it's just like you can go up the stairs now and watch the little VHS tape and
Then you go in like a little
other
dungeon
stuff.
thing or like
Oh,
a little
right. I
shed in
forgot
the
about
basement.
yeah. So it's like a little bit of stuff like that everywhere. So there are puzzles, and it does feel a little true to Resident Evil in that sense. But it's not like, oh hey, you want to get in the green room? Well, you need to get the green key. In order to get the green key, you got to go in the
not
red
that,
room,
yeah.
but you only have the blue key, so you got to find the red.
Okay.
They're not doing that,
All right.
but
Does
it's a little more streamlined.
I got to be careful with how I ask. Well, I can say however I want to say it. 'Cause what I say won't be spoiler. Your answer will be spoiler.
I still need to play it.
I want to
so,
be very
yeah.
sensitive
Okay.
to Ben.
Okay.
But do you feel like this does tie into Resident Evil?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, is this a Resident Evil game, or is it Capcom just slapped the words Resident Evil on it, but it's like a...
Do you want to place in the timeline of it?
Okay, never mind. You can stop there. I get it.
I'm getting chills. I'm excited.
I don't want to give too much away.
It's okay.
Well, I'm saying if you played a demo, it tells you.
Not just that,
But
the latest
I
DLC
don't remember.
is what confirms that it's a Resident Evil, because it even
Yes.
like the name of the DLC.
What's the name of the DLC?
It's like,
it's not a hero.
but when
I don't
did
get
you
it.
see any gameplay for it?
No.
Okay, because they
Okay.
showed it at Paris Games thing. I was like, why did you guys do that?
I know. I was like, because I saw it.
Because they were advertising the gold edition.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, I don't give a
Okay,
shit. You're
it's
the one.
Chris Redfield,
Oh no shit. That's
Yeah.
the DLC.
and the first 5 seconds of like whatever gameplay or cutscene, it's Chris Redfield. So it's like,
Well, there's also a theory about him too. So
I'm liking this.
we're not sure.
All right, I got. Well, I'm gonna play it before game of the. I'm legit just waiting for this DLC to come out. I know realistically, I'm probably not gonna finish it.
I spent
like
like
the
4
whole
or
game.
5 hours each day. Like I got it.
Oh, wow.
I got it Friday. I finished it last night.
Okay,
Oh
So-
fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to play this game.
Dang.
Like,
'Cause I played the demo and
the
loved
story is really. I like it. Like, at first, I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And then
So wait, is the demo? Does that have anything to do with the game other than the setting?
very loosely.
Okay.
It's. I mean, it takes place in that house, but you're only getting a
So
fraction.
the
of
demo
it.
is kind of like not a spin-off, but like
It's just like an alternate take on what you do in that house.
Okay.
It's because the demo was definitely building you up for like what to expect throughout the whole game, and you don't run into all that when you're playing the main game.
Okay.
It's slower paced at first.
okay.
The only advantage to playing the whole demo and completing it, because they kept updating it as it went
Yeah,
on,
like
the only advantage is getting this antique coin by the end of it. And the antique coins just help you buy power-ups and stuff.
Oh right. Yeah.
okay.
So a little bit independent from Resident Evil, but VR generally speaking, I know you've played like at friends and things like that, but you just said you isolated yourself for
Yeah.
hours at a time and played through this. How does that feel living in a house with other people being cut off? Does that add to the terror? Does it? I don't know.
I played it late at night, but also like my house is just really quiet in general,
Yeah.
and it's always like only other like one other person home, and
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
half the time they're sleeping. But I can't hear anybody when I have my earbuds in because they're like noise canceling.
And I guess
Okay.
you don't have the threat of anyone just like walking in and tapping you, right?
No, I mean I'll hear people try to talk to me. Like if like my mom tried talking to me when I was playing, then like she didn't come downstairs,
Yeah.
but she ended up texting me. And
that-
I
okay.
had it off silent so I could hear like a light ding.
Right.
So I looked at it. She was like, "I bought Hot Pockets." I was like, "Oh, cool."
Heck yeah. See, that's the one thing where I'm like,
she's actually she's considerate. They're both considerate.
well, but separate from that, like I would be scared to be playing something tense like Resident Evil.
I was
And
in
then-
a corner and I still felt like somebody could be behind me.
Oh my god, that's what I mean. Like,
No.
and I know that if I got way into it, I would tune out because I couldn't do it like the dogs run around. Like the dogs
Yeah.
have to have them away. But I know if Katie was out at work and came home and knew that I was doing that, she'd sneak down and fucking destroy me.
Yeah, that would suck. Or like somebody just breaks into your house and just like stabs you while you're playing.
I mean, hey, then you just bring it
Even,
to
like-
life. Bring me to life.
I could see a horror movie doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've dabbled with VR,
Dab.
like the 69 Blaze 420 Nuggets, but
7-piece.
like, I mean, I didn't really like dig too deep into it. I didn't like the PSVR because I'm convinced my nose is way too big, and I just couldn't get it on properly. And the guy like the Sony representative was just like, it was awkward. I was like, it's not happening. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, like, because I thought I would have nose troubles too at first, but then like there seems to be a lot of room for it.
So when you have it on, dude, is it completely like not blacked out, but is it like dark, or can you still like if you were to look down with your eyes, would you be able to see your legs?
All right, so yes and no.
Okay.
Depending on how you have it adjusted, I could see underneath of me, and I would adjust myself to where I couldn't because
Okay.
the black rubber grip that's around it, it's very flimsy, and basically you have to adjust the back of it and lean that a bit so the rest of this can.
I
press
think
into
that's
your
what my
face.
problem was then.
Yeah,
that
and
was
it's
what was
really
happening.
soft, so
Yeah.
you never. But then once games aren't in the VR mode and you're still looking through that because it's basically another monitor, it's like you're sitting in a movie theater because it's just a rectangle screen and you can see like the black edges all around, and that part still stays there, like the screen.
Yeah, I remember seeing like video.
So I kind of like that
of
feeling. It's
that,
like kind of
yeah.
cozy in a way.
So can you play other games using the headset that don't?
Yeah, so basically, like if you wanted to like watch TV, I could just play my PS4 with that on and play a normal game.
Weird.
So it's like theater mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So if I wanted to sit down and just play fucking
it's like their version
Bloodborne or
of like the
Hitman.
Wii U or the Switch. It's like
It's
yeah,
pretty cool.
I wouldn't hate that.
It's not too bad, but yeah, this definitely is the closest I can get to like my PT fix.
Oh yeah, right.
Because there's moments where it does build a suspense. There is some cheap little like jump scares, but sometimes I feel like they do a good job with it too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah,
it's definitely a step up from where they came from.
yeah. Jump scares,
6 was
if they're done right, then it's fine. If it's not every 5 seconds, just someone shattering through a window,
or
it's
like
different.
when they make you think one is gonna happen,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. It did that a couple times.
Yeah, and you're like pumped for it, and then you're
Yeah.
like,
Like this game felt a bit
Mhm.
between like it felt like a bit of RE like 4 or 5, and then a bit of like classic Resident Evil and a bit of Fear.
Okay.
So it was a lot going on. It was like partially like paranormal, supernatural, part like not that much psychological. There's some psychological, but it's not too much.
yeah.
When I played the demo, the little things what really fucked me up. Like when you first went up the attic, and then you turn around after pressing a button, and you realize the mannequins are flipped.
Yeah,
Like little shit
Yeah,
like that.
the
Yeah.
mannequins don't happen in this game. That's,
Really?
Yeah, and I thought
Damn.
they would. So
That's okay. It's like a Spice Girls trailer.
Where's the bathroom?
Where's the bathroom scene?
but like just before when I was coming here, I was playing the DLC of the Daughters DLC. It's like a prequel to see how everything like went down.
Oh,
And,
that's
like,
dope.
I didn't finish it. I was like, oh, I gotta go. But like, I don't know. Like, if there's one thing I was to like judge about this game, it's the mobility. Like, I know you're supposed to feel like helpless, whatever. But like, dude, like,
Too much.
How like, why is everybody so slow? Like, the options, you're automatically on slow when walking. I put it up to normal so I could just walk normal. And even running, it's not a much.
Mhm.
It's not as.
Yeah.
It's like power walking.
I guess
Damn.
I don't know.
I mean, RE1 and 2, you could actually run.
Yeah, he's held square. Man.
I don't know. But I mean, it's good though. I like it.
Yeah.
Overall, I like it.
I can't wait. Yeah, can't wait to play it.
One of the few games I finished this year. So
It's good. I'm excited. That's we needed that. We needed that voice. What's next on the VR plate for you?
I don't think it's out yet, but Zone of the Enders.
Oh shit.
I haven't got to play those yet, so
That's the perfect. Yeah.
I'm gonna play that second one and try that VR mode, see if I throw up.
Was that a Konami game?
Yeah.
That's
That was Kojima.
Yeah, PS2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is this
Being HD remaster for PS4 with VR support.
like Konami's doing it?
mm-hmm.
Ain't that
Damn.
weird?
Yeah, I don't
Ain't
know
that
why.
weird? Yeah. I wonder if that's still on the cheap on Amazon because I was gonna buy the
I think
PS3.
it should be. If anything, it should be even cheaper.
You think that, but you know things are dumb sometimes.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy 7 went down since it hit PS1 Classic or
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
Damn.
Same for Mega Man Legends 2. Capcom even like specifically said like, hey, we're gonna release this now, so
Yeah.
people aren't paying like $200 for Mega Man Legends 2 because they're like that's bullcrap.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
should be.
It's fucking
playing this
$12.
game. Yeah,
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
What,
Isn't it?
eBay or the Zon?
Amazon.
Damn.
yeah. They're
It's
games
for the
that I,
PS3.
Still though,
yeah,
Yeah.
they're games I've always wanted to play too, just never had a chance.
I don't think I ever played Zone of Enders. I don't know. I remember it being a thing.
It's Otacon's favorite anime.
Really?
The only thing I remember from it was everybody buying it because they wanted the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the deal. And then it ended up being a pretty good game,
Yeah.
I think,
Well, I'm
right?
not sure if it's favorite anime, but Otacon had a poster of the second one, I think, in his.
See, when you said Otacon, I thought you were talking about the fucking convention.
Otakon?
Otakon.
Yeah.
I was like, got it. You play anything else outside of VR?
Yeah, it's shortly lived. 2 little games. Still on the spook train here, guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not giving it up, dude. I'm
yeah.
100%.
Carry
let's,
that
let's
shit.
just keep it year, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep it going.
You're
Um,
spooping.
So I was like on this like kick of like trying to understand the lore of like Five Nights at Freddy's,
I saw your tweet. We had a
Yeah.
tweet conversation about that.
and like because I've always like found it intriguing. I don't want to play the games because I don't care for like battery management
Yeah.
and just getting stressed over like flipping between cameras because that game gets so ridiculous where it's like you're supposed to do all these little things just to like stop certain like
Mhm.
AIs from showing up, and to me that just feels like somebody like speedrunning a game where you do certain glitches, so that part never happens. That's what it feels like. I'm like, how are you supposed to know this stuff? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but I always loved how like each one like they looked a little creepier, and like, but for some reason kids love it. I was like, you should be terrified of these. Like, I would if I was their age. Like,
But I don't know. When I was a kid, I was way into the fucking.
like I was afraid of dolls, man. Like
Here's,
anything like that.
the thing with that is, I'm 100%. I believe this. Like when like the kids are really into it, they didn't actually play it. They were on YouTube
Watching
and watching someone else
somebody else
play it.
play it and make fun
If
of
you were
it.
even if you were like playing PT, if you're sitting next to someone watching it, lights on, and you're making loud noises and laughing, it's not going to be scary.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Because I have all of them. I think one of my brothers got it for me for
'Cause
Christmas.
It's different when it's just you.
Oh my!
There's
Yes.
no commentary. It's
It
just
is.
silence.
It's creepy as fuck because it's like ambient noise in the back too.
Actually,
Like
I
you hear like a
wanted
fan
to.
spinning and everything.
Yeah, because like Resident Evil, like I wanted to turn off the background music, and I should have when I played it, but I didn't. Because it did kind of. I mean, it's nice hearing it. The soundtrack is.
They
good.
do a good.
Yeah.
Resident Evil games have always had a good
Specifically, this
soundtrack. Yeah.
really good.
Hmm.
But I would like to play it off one time and just see like how realistic it feels.
Yeah,
Because I did that with Friday the 13th. I turned off the background music.
Yeah.
make it more.
It
I
would
did,
just,
I
like,
did that
it
with
would
another
just, like,
game.
The sound would just spike up and make you think Jason's there, and it's
Oh.
not.
So wait, did you actually play the Five Nights at Freddy's games, or
No, I
or are you
watched.
just looking up the lore or whatever?
I watched the game theory videos.
Okay. Oh, I'm
Because
subscribed to
just
that
recently
channel.
he finally like he thinks he got it,
Mm.
and the developer of the game, like Scott, like Cawthon or whatever his name is, like actually responds to him, and he rarely talks. He's very cryptic. So he was like, "Yeah, you pretty much got everything, but like one detail."
Damn.
And
And of course he didn't tell him.
and then like a little after that video, it's a 2-part video, but after he posted part 1, Scott posted a teaser on his website for another game that he's making.
Is it Five Nights at Freddy's, or is it too early to tell?
From the way it looks like it's a connection to the it's like a prequel. It looks like it's a connect. It looks like it's gonna be the very first one out
Okay.
of the whole series. Like it's related to like Sister Location or whatever, which is the latest one.
Because he tried to do that RPG
Yeah, he did
with
that,
it, right?
and like that's not canon, of course,
Yeah.
any of it. But there are little tidbits because of that help
Okay.
explain other details in the game.
Damn, I kind of want to play through it now. Because I have all. When I say all of them, I mean like the first 4
Yeah,
or whatever.
It's just basically about like a messed up family.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting. But that led me to playing these other 2 games. Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Okay.
So pretty much you're like
Get my fingers ready here.
dip it in some ink.
Wait, do you know what? Do you know what this is?
No, I just hear the name and I have to write trademark on the
Okay.
wall because
But
Well, okay, so when I always saw this character Bendy, and I never knew who he was exactly. I thought it was a Cuphead character, but it's not, obviously. But it's the same art style. It's like a 30s like or 20s like black and white cartoon character. But you played a role of this animator who had a partner animator in the studio, and he invited you back to this place. And it's been so long, but it looks all like decrepit and worn down, and everything's just like wood. Like that's the only colors is just
that's what I was saying.
light
It's very
wo-
brown.
like light plywood
Yeah.
colors and black for the ink. Like there's not even blood; it's just ink.
yeah.
So you got this letter to go back there, and you realize things aren't the way they seem. And turns out, your friend was like, I feel like he was like jealous of you for some reason. Maybe you got the success that he didn't or something. But
Okay.
he was trying to like bring his cartoons to life in a very culty, ritualistic way. And you start to notice that as you go on, and yeah, things get creepy. I only played the first episode.
Yeah, 'cause it's free, right? Yeah, I have it
It used to
downloaded.
be $1 from what I heard, but now it's free. And there's like 3 episodes out of 5. And you find out more characters, and like one of them even helps you, like a goofy like character. His name is Boris.
The art design is really interesting.
Yeah. So like when you see normal Bendy, he's like smiling. You see his like nice little like chipper eyes and everything.
Yeah.
You find like a demonic version of him, like kind of chasing you throughout the game, and his face is like covered in ink, so you don't see his eyes. You just see his smile. He's like all tall and lanky. I think his character is actually just like a little devil. I think that's what his main design is supposed to be.
Yeah, I gotta hurry up and play it too.
But because I was on a game theory kick, they were talking about what seems to be the idea behind this, and I was like, oh, this gave me a little new appreciation for it, having that insight of like inspirations of like what made this game probably.
You know what's funny about? Because you were talking about the merch
Mhm.
and the dolls and whatever.
Yeah.
At the day, because when we were tweeting about it, and I was like, well, I just downloaded the demo already. I can't wait to play it. But I had to head out that night, and then the next day, I went to GameStop, and the first thing that I saw after the loot boxes, it was a Benny Ink Machine shirt at
Really?
GameStop. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I didn't know that, like, other than you telling me,
Yeah.
I'd
I
never
guess,
heard of this
like,
game before.
I guess a lot of these people like Markiplier and like PewDiePie and stuff, where they play like these scary games and they just make them big and well known, like all these like Let's Players.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens, and they get merchandise off of
Mhm.
it.
That
Because
makes
like
sense.
I saw like on Steam page, like they did a Halloween event where like they crossed over with another game called Hello Neighbor, and that is the other game. I tried.
yeah.
And I was like, what is this about? Because I kept avoiding Hello Neighbor, and so
Yeah,
I'll just because it looked to me it looked stupid from a distance. I didn't know what it was. It just saw a guy with the mustache. I was like, okay, whatever. 'Cause
I don't remember where that popped up. If I got like an email about it or something a long time ago, but when that game first got talked about, or it was in like pre-alpha,
yeah.
I saw a video of it and I was just like, "Oh, this is fuck." Maybe Tyler sent it to me.
It may have actually been me, because I remember when I
Maybe
saw the
me.
Kickstarter for it, I just wouldn't shut up about it. Someone died next door.
Dude, motherfucker has been at this shit all day.
What are they doing?
I don't know, and he's been doing it for 2 weeks now, nights and weekends, just
So-
fucking shit up over there.
Get rid of one neighbors, and then you gain others.
I know, and now these are loud.
Like, which one would you rather have?
Them, they can bang
Yeah.
their own shit all
Okay.
day. That. But I mean, like, dude, we're podcasting. Like, that's.
Hey, Joey!
Hey, come on,
Talking here.
fucker. Yeah, it might have been. Someone sent me like the pre-alpha footage, and it was just creepy as fuck. That
Yeah.
weird-looking motherfucker, just like.
I
Hi.
get that. So like, I get games mixed up a lot when they kind of look similar for some reason in my head, even when they don't look similar. And I got Hello Neighbor mixed with Sir, You're Being Hunted.
Yeah.
Because the main picture is like a dapper looking robot with a mustache.
Yeah.
And I thought for some reason that other guy with the mustache was just related to that game.
And that's why I'm getting it mixed up. I think, or that's why I'm thinking the Tyler, because Tyler was obsessed with "Sir, You Were Being Hunted."
That could
and
be it
maybe
then,
that's
too.
why I'm thinking he showed me. Because you're not
so-
wrong for that.
So I finally like dipped into Hello Neighbor a bit, and I watched a game theory videos in that too. Like,
Yeah.
those like only videos I wanted to watch, and I was just like, "What is up with this?" And
Yeah.
it was like, "Oh, apparently there's some like possibly some satanic shit going on in this game." I was like, "This
Oh.
game looks very colorful at a distance." So
I thought it was just a dumb, like, quirky. Hey, I'm gonna go break into my neighbor's house.
Well,
But
did you
yeah.
guys I guess when it was the Kickstarter still? Do you remember the trailer for it? It looked like, at least
I didn't know
quality
there was
wise.
even a Kickstarter. Like, just completely went off my
Maybe it
radar.
was a Kickstarter, maybe it was just
It was a Kickstarter in like 2015.
teaser. It was a while back. It looked like quality wise, it looked like a fucking Disney movie.
yeah. It was very polished. Like
It was very polished and poppy too. Like
Yeah,
the
it
colors
looked
were
like-
very bright and everything.
It looked like some Brad Bird Pixar shit.
Yeah, dude, straight up.
Yeah.
So, but then they went quiet for a while, and then they released like the other trailer, and it's like, wow, did you guys just like lose half of your staff? Like
Why? What was the other trailer?
the other trailer just wasn't nearly as polished. It just looked like someone was just like recording themselves on YouTube using like a Team Fortress Movie Maker or some shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like it was really weird, and then it turns out like there was like some development issue going on. I mean, the game still looks fucking dope. I mean,
Yeah,
I have it
yeah,
downloaded. I had to download the demo. I gotta
See,
check it out.
Okay, because the demo that we have, it's nothing compared to what everyone else is playing if they pre-ordered it. Because they get
Oh, so
access
if you
to
pre-order
later
it-
alpha builds. They
Oh,
add,
it's
they add
early
so much.
release.
So what
Yeah.
we get?
Yeah.
What we get is like pre-alpha,
Okay.
and it's like bare bones, buggy, not much going on. Controls are very like wanky. Like if you want to like pick up an object, apparently it's the F key, and then you have to throw it with like the right click. But when you throw it, it doesn't like launch. It just goes a little bit in front of you and then just drops down.
Oh wow.
And it's like,
That's how I throw things. I don't know about you, but
Yeah. Have you ever played Skyrim?
but it's still but it's still neat. Like I'm almost convinced to like pre-order it, but it's December 8th, so I'm just gonna wait.
There's no reason to pre-order it.
Yeah, unless there's something in there
Yeah.
that shows you. I don't know, but yeah, there's no point.
Oh, that's what it was. Sorry, it was. People were upset because in that first
It was supposed
teaser,
to come out August.
yeah, it was supposed to come out already, and the animation style, like I guess the neighbor
Mhm.
is like he looked like his behavior was a lot more like realistic, and in the demo they released, it's kind of like a lot more like basic.
Yeah.
Like he had like there was the one like he would like you would like walk and you would see him in the distance and he was like hammering something on the wall and then he would just like turn around and look at you. Like there was stuff like that in the teaser. Like thinking about it.
Maybe they want to limit it so you don't like it. So you don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
a lot of things.
Well, I
I
bet with the Kickstarter, you probably make something that comes
it's
together
polished,
that looks
like,
really
it looks
good,
polished. Yeah,
it's
and then
similar
you
to
realize in development that like, oh shit, we can't pull that off.
Yeah.
With time
like,
and budget.
The Resident Evil demo, you know how they kept updating and getting more stuff to like unfold a story.
which is awesome.
The alpha builds are doing this with Hello Neighbor.
That's cool.
You're finding more about this guy as you go on, but you really have to look for it. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna. I'm glad I'm watching these videos instead because I'll just, I'll wait. Like, I don't want to spoil myself any more than what I have. But for the point of the whole game is that they made a very smart AI, and every time it catches you, it learns from how you interact with him.
Oh wow!
So like every time he catches you, it's like 6 hours later in the day. So it's morning, evening, night. Every time you get caught, it like the time of the day changes. And I kept getting caught so many times. So the first time I just walked in, no problem. I was like. I don't know where I was going. He caught me. Next time I try to do it, door's locked. Oh, okay. So I ring the doorbell, and I like move off to the side, and he answers it, and then like nothing, and then like the door's still locked. Like dang it! And he went back to like he was watching TV, so I distract him by ringing the doorbell. But when he was walking in to sit back down on the couch, he saw me looking through the window. And like the music like starts up like dun and it like picks up.
Oh yeah.
He comes out and chases you, and he throws bear traps and tomatoes.
Yeah.
If you get hit with a bear trap, you get stuck, and then he'll catch you.
Huh.
Or your safe point is your house. So if you make it to your room, he won't enter your house, but he'll leave bear traps in front of your door.
Oh, that's wild, man.
And he caught me so many times that one day, I was in my bedroom, and he became a giant. And looked into my room.
What?
And broke the window and tried to grab me.
That's amazing.
And like he just went away, or something, or maybe he did get me. I forget, or he killed me or something, and went to the next day and like it never happened.
That's fucked up,
dude.
Oh, like this is like after like 9 tries. Like what?
That's
what
wild, man.
Huh?
And apparently there is a part in the main alpha builds that like something like that does happen again, but I don't know what the context is for it or anything. I know there's like these like fear rooms or whatever they're called, but I don't know what that is.
Let me tell you about a fear room.
Yeah,
Have you huffed any glue tonight?
From what I could tell, it looks like he was trying to either like protect his family from a demon, or he's trying to like summon a demon or something. A lot of this looks like is drawing inspiration from like the story Faust or whatever.
I don't know.
Like Faust was a guy who like made a deal with Mephistopheles to like give him like, I'm not sure, to make him find like a perfect wife or something like that, and then like she ended up like dying or something, and because of the deal he made, where like it wouldn't last for like 24 years or something. I'm not sure about the whole details, but pretty much like he pretty much ended up back at square one, where he was alone again because he fucked up with making a deal with the devil.
Oh, it's like all those weird old fucked up things, like the real version of the Little Mermaid.
So like that's the theory, but you can see a lot of like symbolism that's related to like real demonic stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm
curious.
I'm into that. I'm real into that. And it gives you like an eerie sense too. It's not just
the more you find ways to break in and see this house. Yeah, but it's not creepy in a sense where it's like what to expect out of horror games.
Yeah.
Everything is still colorful, but it still has that element of eeriness to it.
Huh.
So it's like horror in suburbia, it's like it's.
So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that makes it slightly more creepy, like because when you see it, like I bring it up every time, it's like a Disney movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're looking at it and you're like, oh, okay, I know what to expect here, and then
you don't.
There's even some things with Disney that it's like straight up creepy, and you just don't like notice it right away. You have to like, really look into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
like
to...
certain like older cartoons back then are like a little weirder.
Yeah.
Than how they
oh
are.
yeah.
So,
dig into some shit back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when they're like into fantasy.
Yeah.
More so.
Yeah.
That's
Black
dope.
Cauldron.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's pretty much it though.
I played a couple tiny things that I think could have been a Marc game.
Yeah.
Have you heard of? And I feel like I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna go, "Yeah, this is that game I told you about forever ago." Hidden my game by mom.
Pardon?
Hidden My Game by Mom.
That was in the Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
When they were, this looked like a giant WarioWare minigame.
It is
out.
that, and you can download it right now on your phone. There's multiple.
That was on your phone?
It's coming to Switch, but right now you can get them on your phone.
Oh, I thought it was like a Switch-only thing.
This is a Marc.
What's Hidden My Game?
Hidden My Game by Mom.
So,
By
like,
Mom.
So, like, if I remember correctly, it's like each level is... Your room is different.
Yes.
And you have to find where your mom hid your game. And
Exactly.
Your room's like a mess.
Yeah.
but the art style looks like a
find
WarioWare.
it?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
is
But,
it
like,
free?
Yes.
Yeah, it is free.
There's a bunch of these games by this
I'm
developer.
downloading it right now.
It's fucking great. Like, I just sat on the couch with Katie for a while last night, just farting around with it. And, like, I was at work and I said to this dude, I was like, have you seen this? And he was like, no. And I was like, check this shit out.
Oh, there's two of them.
And we tricked Grandpa.
This
Yeah,
is
like-
wild.
There's dumb things. Like, there's,
I like how one's under arcade, one's under adventure.
yeah. The best part is, like, so basically Mom hides your game, right? It's in the title. She hides your 3DS.
Because you have to clean your room, right?
Maybe.
Was that the incentive?
I think she just didn't like that you were playing it so much. So you need to find it within the room. And...
Are you limited to like how many tries?
No, you can poke it as many things as you want in most of them. Like some of the levels, you'll run out of time just because, like,
There is a lot of them.
yeah,
There's
a whole lot
hidden
of
my
things.
snacks.
Yes.
Are they by the same
Oh
developer?
yeah, it's all
You
by
can
the
tell
same.
by the screenshots. It's
Jesus Christ.
so wait, is hidden my money them? That looks fake.
I don't know. I would just search by the developer. But basically,
Happy.
there's like you'll. Well, I don't know how to say it.
Behind you?
As
What
you're as you play through the game, like Mom is always kind of lurking about to make sure that you're not looking for your game system.
Oh.
So you'll
kind of
walk
like
in.
that 9-volt game.
Yeah, right.
just be
Exactly.
playing.
So you'll walk into a room and you'll see it's just two
Yeah.
curtains drawn across the window, and you're like, "Was it behind this curtain? No. Is it behind this? Oh God, it's Mom!" And then it's just like game over, and then your character screams "damn it" in Japanese, and then it's game over.
There's so many.
Oh my God. There's.
There's a lot of puzzles. And they're just dumb. I don't know.
Niardle looks interesting.
My brother ate my pudding.
You get to play as the sister.
Oh my God. Yeah. This is.
Niardle, you're a cat.
So when did this come out?
Oh,
No, this year, 28.
this
So
year.
it is
It
open
is-
for Game of
it
the
is
Year.
absolutely open for Game of the Year.
All of these need to battle each other and see which one is the most hap of them all.
Yeah, they're
The hap award.
it's they're really fucking fun though. Like they're silly and good, but they're like really well thought puzzles.
They have a real like reflexology app.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
You have like all the different nerves on your foot.
That's wild.
Not enough ratings.
So this is coming to Switch?
Yeah.
Is it just the mobile game, or is this like
Or is it all of them combined?
It might be all of them combined. The best part about it is that they use a fake ass DS, so I'm hoping they just keep that in the Switch version.
Dude, they have Tetris but hands.
I know.
Handress.
Oh my God.
But I figured these would be some Marc games.
It is now.
Yeah, they're just like, I don't know. You get lost in it. The best part, I'm not gonna do it just because we're recording a podcast. but-
Vice Captain.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Crust.
Cross. Yeah, sorry.
I'm
Why?
not gonna do it just because we're recording. But
Okay.
you guys should play and just listen to the music. The music's really great. It's the same exact song in all of the games.
Well, know what I'm doing during the break.
Yeah. And the best is just like seeing the solution to a puzzle, but then looking in the corner and you see like Mom is wearing a blue shirt and standing up against the wall trying to blend in
And
with the wall. It's so good. Or
Oh
when
my
she
God.
like puts the lampshade on and stands there like she's a lamp. Like some of them, it's like you open a drawer and Mom's head just comes out and you're like, fuck. And others, like she's just a lamp and you're like, dude, you're not. But the best even like there's other ones where you look and you're like, okay, dude, you're a lamp, fucking idiot. I'm not gonna fall for that one. And then you open the closet and she's there. And you look back and you're like, wait, what? How'd you get there?
I want to know who hired my mom for this game.
Well, they're really fun.
I'm gonna have a whole page on my phone of just these
Just
blue
the hat.
icons.
Yeah.
There's so many. Like, okay, this needs to be done.
And they download so quickly.
Yeah, it's true. I had a lot of fun with that. I did not have as much fun with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh.
And I feel...
There was a lot of talk about this.
Yeah, there was. And I can hear Matt screaming now.
Just shaking his head.
You're right, yeah. It's just a shaking his head thing.
Actually, I know the look on Matt's face right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You sit across from him.
I know.
And then he'd spit back some bullshit about Nier just to get under my skin. Like, I know that's coming. I know it. But the story in the game is what's driving me.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is because I'm playing it in a post Breath of the Wild world. You know, this game came out like 5 days before the Switch launched.
Yeah.
Or not even. It was like 3. Had I played it then and then jumped into Breath of the Wild, maybe we'd be having a different conversation. But like, as much as frustrating as like the fucking rain was in Breath of the Wild, every time you're trying to climb, you can still just, if you see it, you climb it. And like this, there's some very specific rules about how you can traverse things, which, because they're so, and I don't want to compare, but like, it's just a thing where like, there's a lot in this game where I feel like I should be doing this, and I'm not. Where I'm like, oh, I need to get up there? Okay, I'm going to climb this. Oh, I can't climb this rock. Okay. I have to find another way around.
It's
and
open world though, right?
It is.
I mean,
but then you're like,
Zelda's pretty much like the only game that gives you that ability lately to like be able to climb a lot. That's not Assassin's Creed that lets you like climb a lot of things.
which I know, but like even in this, like
But yeah,
I'm just,
but I can see how that would be like.
and maybe that's what tricked or told my brain like, I don't know, but either way, I'm like, yeah,
You feel limited in ways that you feel like you shouldn't.
yeah, and then I'm like, okay, I can get through this. I'm fine with that. Like, let's just move through the world. But then like moving through the world, like a lot of the areas kind of bleed together a little bit, where like there's nothing that's really standing out. There's some places that are snowier than others. There's other things like there are cool surprises. Like I was wandering one day and I'm like walking through these trees, and just to my left, I like kind of peek over, and there's this whole fortress. And so basically, Aloy has this AirPod from 2030. Not really. She has it's a little. It looks
Technology.
technology. She has some technology. It looks like a shark's tooth. Like it's just a little triangular thing. And basically, like you click in R3, and that's the way that the game explains being able to have like a HUD.
Okay.
That's like echolocation.
It's a little bit like that. It's a little bit echolocation. It's a little bit of a HUD. It's a little bit of detective vision from the Arkham games. But basically, you do that, and you can see, okay, this is the path that robot's going to take. This is an enemy over there that I can tag, so I know where he is at all times. Like it's little things like that.
Okay.
And it's a cool way to kind of have a story reason for her to have some video gamey stuff in a world where things have kind of been reset. So I'm wandering through and I like look over and I scan this area and it's like, oh, that's a base where a bunch of dicks hang out and they kidnap some people. And like I can scan and I can see, okay, there's the 3 hostages or whatever, the people that have been kidnapped, and the rest of these people are all bad motherfuckers. And then the game gives you the option to kind of charge in if you want to. It's probably not a good idea. Or I can stand there and just kind of pick them off. So I'm just standing in the woods, just picking them off one by one. And like a couple of them, I'm having fun. I'm like, all right, cool. Hit that guy in the head. Perfect headshot. Then like a couple other ones. And it's like realistically, I'm far away. So the wind's going to carry my arrow sometimes. And it's not necessarily going to hit somebody. But then I'm like, it's like 5 minutes of me standing far as fuck away from this place in the woods, just shooting arrows and waiting on these motherfuckers to drop one by one. And then I'm like, what am I doing? What's happening? Why am I doing this? I'm just like, what am I playing now? Like what? what is this? And Matt urged me, not urged me, but he recommended that, like, you know, because we started talking about Game of the Year stuff. And like, what do we have to play? What should we be looking at? And this is one I wanted to see. And Matt was like, you know, just stick to the main path, stick to the story.
So Matt played through it.
He played through it. He like 100%ed as much as possible.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think he got the platinum. I don't remember. He may have.
I see so many beers now that I can't.
Yeah, I don't. I think he got the platinum. I can certainly find out. But either way, like, he was like, just power through the story. Don't get lost in side quests because you'll get, you know, whatever. And yeah, I don't know. Oh wow, the PlayStation app looks different.
Yeah, they updated.
What the fuck?
It's like it's better, but at the same time, I get lost.
It's also not optimized for iPhone 10, which is not fun. Looks ugly. Yeah, that was one part, like, where like the areas are kind of visually similar, which I haven't seen everything. I know that much, right? But the story is the only real thing that's kind of getting me, or pushing me forward a little bit. But even that, I feel like I could just be like, because I have all these questions. I'm like, what happened to this world? Who caused it? Where is Aloy from? Who is her mom? He did platinum, and I'm looking now.
Nice.
Who is her mom? Like, what happened to all humanity? Why is everyone cave people again, but also technology? What's the deal? Tell me what's the deal? But the other part of me is like, well, I could just look it up. Like, I'm not fully compelled to continue going forward, which is, I don't know.
So you really don't like playing it, or you just don't care?
It's just not doing anything. I think
you don't have any real incentive to like give you that drive to keep going. I feel like you're just going through it just to go through it.
When I look at 2017 and the games that I've played that have really left an impact on me or made an impact on me, I'm looking at things that have fundamentally changed the way I think about and play video games, while simultaneously keep me entertained. Things that I enjoy going back to, that I'm excited to go back to. Right now, Super Mario Odyssey is totally that. Like, as much as I step away from that game and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to get on 900 fucking moons. Like, I just don't have time for it. I still find myself on the couch in handheld mode until the Switch has no battery life left. And I'm just running around collecting 100 moons at a time. Like, I'm just, hey, where can I go? Where can I find one? What am I missing? How can I find, like, and I just keep doing it because it's just fun to play. And it's like, it's doing something different. Like, that game is still so familiar, but introducing all these new ideas to what Mario is, to how to experience that game. And then, like, I feel I'm having fun playing it. I feel like it feels good to play. Breath of the Wild did that too, where, like, I played through Breath of the Wild and it was such a new yet familiar experience, but like for Zelda, it's so new. Like, just such a weird departure. But there's all these little things kind of hooked in there that are still Zelda that I'm still like, yeah, okay. But also, it's new. Like, it's a new direction for that. And we talked about before, like, with Breath of the Wild, there were all these ways the game encouraged me to just let go, just get lost in it, right? And I did everything I could. I didn't do everything I could. I did not. Like, I refused to look anything up, which usually you hit a point in a game where you're like,
yeah,
where's this fucking coin at? You know? And Breath of the Wild, I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give in. I'm going to play this game, whatever. I'm not going to 100% it. I'm not getting 900 little seeds. Not happening. But I'm just going to wander and get lost and see what happens and see where it takes me. And that changed me, because then moving into other games throughout this year, I've been like, why am I looking it up? Like, it's so much more rewarding to just do it and have that feeling of just doing it. And it, like, again, like, it changed what that game was. It changed me and how I play games outside of just that game. And it was entertaining along the way. And like, when I was not playing Zelda at that time, I kept thinking like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do next? Where can I go next? And even when I thought I had enough, I'd turn it on and I'm like, I've never been there before. What's over there? I've never combined these two things in a pot. What am I going to get? I've never talked to that guy at night. What happens? Like, there's so many dumb little things that if you're looking for it and you're willing to go there, then you can get it. And it sounds kind of contradictory because it sounds, when I talk about Horizon, because I'm like, you know, like if I'm so eager to wander through Breath of the Wild or Mario and get lost in it, why am I not eager to do it with Horizon? But I feel like it also at the same time, like Breath of the Wild did things that were new mechanically. Like it was a lot of familiar things, but like the climbing was new. The way that I'm shooting a bow by aiming with the control stick, but also using a little bit of motion. I miss that so much in Horizon. Like just being able to subtly tilt and like really fine tune your aim. It's a tiny thing, but it makes a world of difference.
Is that an option you can turn on, like gyroscope or something?
I don't think. I honestly, I didn't dig through, but I feel like it would, if it's something they did, they would put it up front, but maybe I should look at it. But, you know, it feels really, I don't know, just, it's not new. There are new things in it. I'm not going to dismiss it entirely. Like it's it's not by any means a bad game. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just,
no, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
There's some cool shit though, like hacking into a robot to then like ride the robot is a fucking cool experience. Like that's really, really neat. Like you sneak up and you stealth your way through but like it's a fun, exciting thing. And then you're like riding through and you're like going through the upgrade tree in this game, like learning which perks are going to work better for me. And like, there are things about this game that are good things. It's just not, I don't know. Like all week long, I've been like, okay, I have to play Horizon. It's not been like, dude, I can't fucking wait to play Horizon.
Yeah, and I think that comes with the stress of Game of the Year, where it's like you have to like force yourself to make time to play certain games instead of as to wanting to play these games.
And that's where I'm like, I don't know if it's my fault, the game's fault, Game of the Year's fault. I don't know what's causing it. Like, is it? And that's where I feel really, really.
I feel like you just know when you look at a game if it's something that you want to play or not.
Yeah, and like that game, I never really had an attraction to.
Yeah,
I never really cared too much about it either.
I was like really impressed. Like I remember when Guerrilla.
That's not to dismiss it as a game. It's just,
no.
As my preferences, it just wasn't something in my vicinity.
I remember when Guerrilla announced, or not even announced, it was before they announced the game. They were at GDC and they were talking about how they were. It was a talk that Herman Holst, I think that's the guy's name, the director, one of the leads at the studio, how they were going about deciding their next project. And they essentially had everybody in the company pitch a game. Like, even the fucking janitors. Damn. They were like, what game would you make? And everybody pitched things.
Turok.
And then they voted on which ones they'd want to see go forward. And they pared them down into, like, 6 different main things they could possibly make, and then they kind of like flesh them out a tiny bit. Like, okay, well, what would game A be? What would game B be? Like, how would they all play? And they finally voted, and it ended up with Horizon. Like, there was talk about some weird like werewolf game. There were like a werewolf MMO or something, or a werewolf open world RPG or something like that. Like even when they were talking about that, I was like, oh shit, the Killzone guys are not going to do Killzone. That's cool. What are they going to do? And then when they showed this off, I was like, oh, that's okay, cool. But then, like, the more I saw, the more I was like, oh, I get it. Okay. Like, and, yeah, I don't know. Like, the story is interesting, but I don't know that, like, I remember when the game came out and I hadn't played it, I just asked Dash. I was like, hey, what happened? He's like, and I was like, yeah, and he was like, okay, and he like lit up. Like Dash's excitement was like, dude, it's fuck, and he like told me everything. And now I forgot it all, right? But he was just like so excited, and like there's cool shit in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's very pretty though. Very pretty.
Does look nice. How does it run? Not on a PS4 Pro.
Well, about that. Lip syncing is kind of fucked up. And I was like, oh, well.
Like it's off? Like
Yeah.
it's not
I
synced?
think it's always been like that.
Because it was like that when we captured shit, right?
Like that was something that the people like pointed out before the game came out. People who got like an early copy, they would like expose like the little lackluster parts of it where it's like glitchy like that, and people were like,
right,
no,
right.
that's before day one patch. Don't judge it for that. And
Right.
It's still kinda
Yeah,
happening.
I forgot about that. So, yeah, I like that happened right away, and I was like, oh, right, because I just popped the disc in and I need to patch it. And then I looked, and it said that like version 1.2.1 was installed, and I was like, okay, so it's all right. And
That's
then
how it is.
Yeah.
I had started playing just before the DLC dropped on Tuesday, and then the DLC dropped. They issued another patch, and the other patch came out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the update. Still the
like there was a notorious cutscene with like a brother and sister talking out the Aloy.
now I remember that. Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
Like her Aloy's like motion to the whole thing was just
Yeah,
like,
It- yeah,
completely
it's-
still
it's-
like robot.
and it's a lot of that too, where like
I'm sure it was just like, I mean, obviously just like a patch of code somebody forgot or missed. Or
I don't know, but
overlooked
like
or
it
whatever, but
totally takes
it
you out, and like
happens.
you
I mean,
know
every game has glitches.
it does, but in a
Like, my
game
favorite-
that's focused so heavily on that kind of shit, like it kind of bums me out.
There's a glitch in Nier that was kind of funny. It was I was near to like this waterfall. It's following the stream or whatever, and there was moose in the stream, and I managed to like chase like one was just stuck. Like he wasn't like the still frame animation, like not he's just frozen, and he just like he was going to the end of the waterfall and then whoop and just completely dropped off. And then I chased another one and it did the same thing. It went from running to just frozen, petrified, bye.
Yeah, Nier has some fucked up things in that game, like
Yeah.
and like Nier has all that weird shit where like you're like, oh, I'm gonna run through this building. No, you're not. It's well, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's wide open. No, it's not. There's
Like
invisible
I was
walls.
even having
Damn.
glitches with Resident Evil with like the
Yeah.
like every game has them. It's just some games make them, some games break them.
It's like it's just for me. Like I'm trying to look at like, okay, what's gonna keep me going? And it's like, okay, well, it looks great. And it's like, well, but the animations. You know, like if I want something that looks great, I'm gonna go back to Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, where like Chloe's hair is sticking to her forehead because she's sweating, and I can see
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Like shit like that is happening on a PS4 that's 4 years old. Like it's just, I don't know. Like that's impressive. Whereas like this, like Speed Racer mouth shit is not cutting it.
I love Speed Racer mouth shit.
I do
Racer's
too.
good.
Not when I'm trying to look for realism in
No,
games.
I mean, yeah. It's weird when a game tries to go like all the way, so you expect everything to be all the way with like realism.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's like
you're like, okay, they check that box. They check that box. Oh well.
like Resident Evil, like the mouth movements are a little weird, and I don't know if it's because it was originally like I don't know if it's the same mouth movements for Japanese. Or if they mocapped everything in English and then put Japanese dubs over it. I don't know what happened first. But you could tell it just feels kind of off. But they got everything else almost pretty much. I mean, the hair is kind of messed up. They're working on it, but it's improvement.
But that happened in Nier too, where like I had to the second playthrough I didn't have to, but the second playthrough for the B ending I turned on Japanese voices just because like that was a little jarring through ending A where like I'm watching them talking and you can see it's mouthing the Japanese stuff and it was like
you should play.
Oh,
Sonic. You should play Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, it's the first. Yeah.
how about that?
Did you play that?
No.
Oh, I thought you really were about to say you played it.
Okay.
I
no, I know where this is
almost
going.
bought Sonic Forces. Almost.
Even everything after we talked, or I mean, rather texted.
Because Mark and I kind of came to the conclusion that like we've been through some shit, you know.
I've
Like,
seen it.
We've seen some shit.
But you have to see like how
Right.
we have to know how bad it is.
So yeah.
Okay.
Like I purposely saw Legend of Chun-Li in theaters and Dragon Ball Evolution to see which one was worse.
That's not why you saw it. You saw it because
No.
you hate yourself.
I mean, it was funny. I do hate myself, but like I still wanted. But I did want to know.
No, yeah. You.
Chun-Li's worse.
Ooh.
If you watch Dragon Ball as like a fun like fan fiction, it's all right.
But yeah, I don't know. The
You also have to hate yourself.
Sonic Forces looks like a something, but I don't.
Here's the thing: when was the last time you actually enjoyed a 3D Sonic game? Not Generations. That I wouldn't really count that as.
Never.
Adventure 2 I enjoyed.
The last one with me is probably Adventure 2.
I never played any of those.
Yeah. On Dreamcast too, like as it came out. Like
Yeah.
that's so when people were I understand why everybody was excited about Forces coming out, but I mean the first thing I thought, I was like, let's look at the list of past 3D Sonic games.
Well, this looked like it was going to be Generations 2.
Okay.
And with that, like prior to us replaying Generations this year, I was still really, really high on Generations. Revisiting it kind of revealed in time some problems with that game.
Mm-hmm.
I still wonder if it's just a bad port.
The PS3 version?
Mm-hmm.
It might be, because if you look at the PC version, it is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, I've talked about that though.
I know.
Yeah.
But Forces, I think the first sign of trouble that we probably didn't put as much stake into as we should have was that customizable avatar. That should have been the telltale sign.
Yeah.
You know, that
It seemed hopeful, but then like I thought it was just gonna be an option. I think it was gonna be mandatory.
yeah, but
It's
that's
mandatory.
that's like when you go to that one friend's house and he's got the fedora and you're like, what?
Here we go.
And then he's
I was that friend.
well, we were all that friend at some point, Mark. But
I like how
it's gonna happen. But once we saw the avatar, it should have been like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, it's also by the same team that did Sonic Colors,
so, but like that's a
which
good
also
game.
did Generations.
Yeah.
so Colors was good.
And it's funny that the
Yeah.
Colors was one of
Huh.
the worst levels in Generations.
I know. It's
Damn.
fucked up. No, Colors is. I mean,
Rocket!
I haven't played it outside of.
That was Wii, right?
Colors?
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Okay.
Wii.
Is it only Wii?
Yes.
Did they ever do a PC?
No.
No.
Lost World got the
Yeah.
yeah. That was trying to be like. The
But even
Mario
Lost
Galaxy.
World, like, so I watched Digital Foundry's thing on Sonic Forces, and there's John Linneman, the guy that does all the retro stuff, and
Yeah,
he talked about
Love that channel.
yeah, he talked about how that might need to screw that one. He talked about how like he enjoyed Colors and Sonic Lost World, like even the ones that like have not necessarily been critically loved, he's been okay with.
Yeah.
And playing through Forces, he's like, it's just not. And like I watched some of it, and it's like every stage is like a minute and 40 seconds, and they're just gone, and they're not at all like intelligently designed. They're like
No.
you
Like-
really just push up and hold the boost button, and then you hit the checkpoint.
Like when I played Sonic Unleashed,
You had a good time.
being Sonic in the daytime and just running around, like that was okay mostly.
Yeah,
The Werehog stuff is what threw me off, but also I think ever since they introduced Boost, I think that's kind of ruined things.
yeah, because it makes you just bash your way through the level until you're at the end of it, and then I don't know. Dumb.
Or you get stopped by a dumb obstacle, and what's the point of boosting?
Yeah. I don't know. But I almost bought that. But instead, I bought Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
Okay. I see. I've been curious to play this one, and it kind of went under my radar.
Yeah.
And then once people were talking about it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I that was why
Visually, the facial animations on that look good.
I gotta look it up.
So I didn't start it yet. I have nothing to talk about about anything to do with me playing the game.
All I know is it's like a lady with like some mental disorder.
Right. So I bought it knowing kind of that much. And that like it had some positive buzz and that we should probably talk about it this year at some point. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. It's $10 cheaper than Sonic Forces. So I was like, hey, I'm saving money, right? And getting a game that's probably good.
Very positive reviews on Steam. That's a
The reason I bring it up here is like I think this, and I will definitively know next week because I'm going to play it this week and it's only a few hours long. But I think that this might be the potential future for single player stuff where we saw, I mean, EA is definitely a weird edge case right now, but we saw kind of the closure of a studio who was working on a predominantly single player experience. And we talked a few weeks back about like, well, what does single player mean anymore? And like, we have this conversation all the time.
I don't think it was ever dead. It was just to that company.
To them in particular, but like it is expensive to make games. And if you look at how long it's taking things to turn around and what that means anymore, the fact that like every single player experience now has multiplayer built into it to make sure you're not reselling the disc back. Like it started back like Uncharted 2 added multiplayer.
It's like become more of just like what can we do to make money as to just what
It's
can
a-
we do to make a good
It's
game.
a box. Like did we do
Like,
that?
Like
Yes.
the business side is heavier now than like the creative side.
Right. But Hellblade, for what it is,
That's an indie game, isn't it?
it's
Ninja Theory.
it's Ninja Theory, and
Okay.
they didn't put their full staff on it. They put a partial staff on it,
So it's kind of indie.
kind of indie. They gave them a specific budget, and then the game made a shorter single player experience. But because they were able to make something that's not, 20, 30 hours long,
Right.
that they're not worried about selling it at a $60 price point and making sure they have all of those hooks in it for, okay, we need to have multiplayer, we need to have this, we need to have some sort of
Has to be
DLC.
60 hours.
Right. Like, they didn't have all those things to hit. They just could kind of focus on what they wanted to focus on. It seems like they were able to make a fucking gorgeous game.
This
the
looks
game
awesome. Yeah,
like,
graphics wise and
looks
everything.
like on a PS4, which I'm starting to see that point in the generation where the PS4 is looking a little aged. It still looks. This game looks incredible. And then what it's doing, right? Like the story is all about a Viking.
Saying it's very Viking. It's like you go to Viking hell.
Yeah.
It looks like.
And the main character has some sort of, I don't know if it's anxiety or what they play into, but it talks about mental health. The whole game's about mental health. I don't know if it's the whole game's a metaphor. I have no idea.
I mean, I think
But-
the game is just supposed to bring it to light. Like it's
Yeah.
not just like a thing that's limiting the character or whatever, but like the game will actually like go deep into like what it's like to have this type of condition.
Yeah, and I remember when the game came out, like that was one of the things that,
Insightful. That's the word.
yeah, that opens the game is them saying like, hey, this game is about mental health. We take it seriously. Blah blah blah. And then I saw like an accolades trailer where people were writing in. They're like, for years I've never been able to explain to my family or my friends how I feel or how I think or what this is, and now I can hand them a controller and they can understand it completely. So I'm really excited about that one. But
It looks cool.
Just look at my Minecraft world. I'll show you. Show you my server. I'll show you what it's like in my head.
Ben, what have you been playing?
Well, I took a break from New Vegas and PUBG just so I could get my spooks in.
Yeah.
Spooky in.
Yeah.
And I did play PUBG this morning for a little bit, but
I mean, you can't be rusty. You
yeah.
gotta, you know.
yeah. So Thursday, it's fucking dope. I had off work Friday because it was Veterans Day.
Oh yeah.
So enjoyed the night, smoked a cigar, watched some Stranger Things, and then like from 10 o'clock till 2, just lights off. If anybody's home, they're sleeping.
Were you gonna shout Gorilla Radio? All right.
Huh?
I'm trying to limit myself.
I
more
know.
on This.
Wait, did I miss something?
No.
You said lights off.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gorilla
God
Radio.
damn it.
I said it before, so I'm
Damn
just,
I was gonna.
Tony Hawk 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Stories Untold, episode 3. Because I told you guys I'm spacing this game out as if I'm watching an actual TV show. So next week I'll start episode 4, which is the last one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I gave episode 1 a 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
I changed my review for episode 2. That would get an 8 out of 10.
I knew you would.
Episode
you changed
3.
2 after
Yeah.
playing
Yep.
3?
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Three's better.
Okay, let me tell you why. I have a very probably if someone were to be like, "Hey, what is legit your favorite horror movie?" Mine would probably be The Thing.
Thank you.
Like straight up.
Metallica.
That I have like I played that like as soon as like each episode it does like that floating objects and very retro 80s theme.
Yeah, my graphics
Soon-
card takes a shit. Yeah, I know that one.
On a 1070, just running like 140 FPS. No. So as soon as the camera like just shows that snowy storm, I'm like, I already know what's good. I already know it's good, dope.
Yeah.
So I love that episode. Love love
The
that
puzzle
episode.
solving in that one
Yeah.
is my favorite.
See, okay, this is the thing with that game. This actually happened with me at episode 2. I had to look up a guide once because I think I'm trying too hard.
Okay.
Like episode 2, when you had to look at like the instructions, I legit thought you had to like adjust every knob on
Yeah.
every machine.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like that at
Yeah,
all.
2, I was a little like I just hit everything until something worked.
Yeah.
I just say like
I think it's
process of
2 because like
elimination.
episode 1 they established this narrative through that text-based
And it's
game,
very
Yeah.
simple.
and you're like, okay, I understand what this is. I'm gonna just do a lot of these. These
and you
are
could
really
be creative.
fun.
You could type whatever you want.
Right,
mostly,
right.
and it
Mhm.
would recognize certain keywords.
And then episode 2, you're like, okay, I crack my fingers. Let me
Yeah.
get my little hit bell, and I'm gonna get in here and get it. And then you dive in, and you're like, wait, this is nothing like what it just
Yeah.
did.
I
And-
gotta read a manual.
yeah, and you're like, it's jarring.
I think
a
that's
little
what
bit.
it does throw you off. But like I said, so when episode 3 started off, like it was kind of, I wouldn't say it was easier, but it was easier to understand what you had to do.
Should we have warned Matt before getting into this?
I'm not gonna go deep into it.
I didn't know if he even played episode 3 or knew what it was.
You mean right now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because he could be listening, and
I mean,
We could always fast forward.
everyone knows.
And
Everyone listening knows we might talk a little bit about games, but
yeah.
you can always. I
He's
mean,
a smart guy.
do you want me to talk more about it? Because I do have like as much as I love it, I have so many fucking questions about it.
go for it.
Like,
I haven't played it yet, but
I
go.
love talking about
No,
it.
no,
I was just
you
trying to be
You haven't
considerate.
played it yet. All right, so
No, I don't care. Go.
no.
I played episodes 1 and 2, but you're not. Go.
Okay, how about the question I have? It's not so much a spoiler. Is there supposed to be a sequel to this?
To the whole game?
To episode 3? Or does that go to episode 4? Because there is an abrupt ending. It's very abrupt.
Yeah.
Like it's
So-
kind of like you see it coming and then it just
Episode 4 explains everything.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
I think you told me before that like
It is technically it's all one
Okay.
story.
yeah, like all 4 of them tie together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Because I was actually I was kind of bummed out because what happens is you get to this part and then it just says like, that's the episode. Like it's not really like a closure.
Yeah.
yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, because what you saw.
Yeah.
You know what you saw.
Whew, I'm getting to okay.
So it's like, how the fuck is that?
So
there?
this episode, it like the mind fuckery involved with it too,
Huh.
and it's kind of cool because it's not as lonely as the first 2 episodes at all. Like the first episode, it's legit you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the
that was
second
scary
one,
as
yeah,
shit.
that's why it gets a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It made me want to just go
Yeah.
find old text adventure games.
yeah, oh, careful.
I know.
Careful.
I know.
I don't think you want.
No,
to.
I know.
None
I'm
of them
talking to.
will have that atmosphere of like
No,
seeing the stuff around you change.
Yeah.
There are some
Oh, are they?
that are like that. Like there's a lot of text adventure games that have like a graphical interface, and there's a lot of them that are kind of both text adventure and point and click, but it's nothing to this level at all. Like
Yeah.
it's like late 80s when these games were out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
basic,
Limited.
extremely limited. I would say the only thing I didn't really like too much about episode 3 is
Is it the walking around?
yeah.
Because I had problems with that. Where,
Yeah.
like I couldn't highlight what I wanted to highlight. Like,
Yeah.
With my cursor, like, there's not real cursor, but where your flashlight is on, it wasn't lining up. It was out of sync with the rest of it. And
So
Yeah.
it was just my
movement-
computer.
The movement was really
It's not-
It's a very small portion of the
It's
game.
not
Yeah.
WASD. It's just
no, it is.
It
Oh,
is,
okay.
but like it's so basic and bare bones that like you can tell that. I feel like a lot of this game was sitting in one position for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're doing a text adventure or you're working on a machine doohickey,
Yeah.
and the movements are done for you. I think this is why.
So yeah, I kind of already know the answer. This game is made in Unity. Unity has a basic, like, kind of already installed first-person controller.
Yeah.
When all you literally have to do is place an object in the scene, and like place it's like a code. It's like this code sheet, and if you place it on an object, that like automatically becomes the first person.
Got it.
You have to understand though, like it's extremely like I wouldn't say it's terrible, but
basic.
It's known
The
like
thing,
Unity's
my
first
mouse was
person.
over here, but the flashlight was like here.
It's
to
kind of
be
like
centered,
it's like too
so it was
sensitive, but not sensitive at the same time.
Yeah.
yeah,
like
yeah.
when you're using it, like there like especially in like Unity 4, like if you're moving and you kind of move it, it kind of feels like your person just kind of stops walking, and for some reason why just like hits his e-brake and just like turns.
But you're also still moving the mouse.
Yeah.
But then you slow down
Yeah.
and it keeps going.
It's very awkward.
I
It's
get
very
that.
awkward.
Okay.
And this, that and I feel like the camera angle was off.
It's like, yeah, it's like I feel like it was like maybe the field of view could have been.
Yeah, it was a
back a
field of
little
view
bit.
thing. It's kind of weird because, I mean, I guess there's a reason for it, but like the graphics like took a huge left turn when it went outside and walking.
Yeah.
And that's I have a 1070 running at max. You know, maybe 2% of my cards even bothering with this game.
And I don't even have that.
Yeah.
And
So
I was
I mean, I don't know. It was weird. I mean, other than that, like I fucking loved that episode. Everything about it.
the
everything.
puzzle part in the beginning, like, well, the first chunk of the game, first half, or I guess, or 3/4 of the game, like the way you have to solve all that, going between like one thing and the
Yeah.
other, and just figuring all that, like, I love that. Like that gave me like escape room, like.
It
vibe.
is, yeah.
So it's like it's smart.
And I kind of like it because when I was playing it,
I was trying to find Easter eggs.
I was all the
I was
time.
like,
Apparently, I won a lot of the achievements, and by a lot, there's 12 achievements in the game, so maybe 3 or 4 of them. It's kind of stuff like that. You have to. There's one
Seek it out,
in the
yeah.
first episode. I'm trying to get to it, but I don't think I'm accessing it right. But you have to do something in that episode in order to get the achievement. It has nothing to do with
in the first episode.
in the first episode.
Go in the sister's room.
I
and
did.
Did you get the pictures?
You know what it is? Pictures. It
Mhm.
was when you're in the stairwell
Oh.
and you look at them.
Oh well, there is that.
Yeah.
But because in the sister's room, I got an achievement for going into her wardrobe. There's photos on the floor, and I grabbed
Okay.
them, and I got an achievement for grabbing them. And I was like, what's the point of this?
So I forgot to mention I am drinking as I'm playing.
Yeah.
So I'm not drinking to the point when I'm like I have
We knew. You didn't have to-
yeah, but it's not like I have 2 beers ready to go. I'm just like chugging every time. Like every time I make a typo, take a swig. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
like that. It was
No,
just,
you had a beer
nice
hat.
relaxing drink.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I finished that episode and like just minimize it. I looked up this game called Distrust. It's on Steam. It came out this year. It looks like they watched the thing and were like, "Hey, let's make a game." It's like that. Yeah.
Distrust.
So yeah, Distrust. I think it's only on Steam for now, but so I was playing it and then I played through the first episode again because I was trying to get that achievement.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe if it's because it had a few beers in me, but I was angry when I played the first episode.
Why?
I feel like when I was trying to maneuver through it, I feel like the game only listens to the first 2 words that you type. So I would say something like "go around house," and it would say "you have entered the house." I'm like, no,
Yeah,
trying to
no.
go back or whatever.
Yeah.
It took me so many
So
times.
how frustrating is that?
I was
Yeah.
like, backyard. I don't
See,
know.
I don't. Maybe my
go
first,
to
yeah.
fence.
See,
go
my
to
first
side
playthrough,
of
I must have
house.
lucked out because I didn't hit that wall.
First thing with everything I did was look around, and then it
Yeah.
would tell me now try to find keywords from that. Even then, it was like,
Even then I kept.
So it wasn't just me then. I was like 4 beers in, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm
Because
too
when you
drunk
guys
right now.
first talked about it weeks ago, you talked about like, oh yeah, it's a text-based thing about, and you like didn't mention any of that stuff at all.
yeah.
I walked into it and then like sat down and I was like, all right, I'm a fucking idiot because I'm sitting there and Katie's like, I don't go to the backyard, and I was like, okay, cool, go to the backyard, and it was just like.
because
like,
it's,
what the fuck?
It's not work.
Because to them, it's like not a backyard. It's like
Back of
it-
house.
it's
Around
like,
house.
Yeah, it's like behind
Yeah.
the house or something. And
Yeah, and it was there. It is. I finally got that fucking eyelash. It's been stabbing me for like 25 minutes.
oh
You
jeez.
supposed to make a wish on that?
Yeah, sure. That's a curse now. So
Well,
careful what you wish for. You just got Hellraiser.
demons.
Demons, yes,
Yeah.
please. But yeah, so I guess maybe that's why I was just frustrated with it. So I just gave up on getting that achievement. Maybe I'll go back to it, but I am more
Go to backyard.
yeah, but that doesn't work.
Go to backyard.
Go backyard, or just backyard in all caps.
Yeah.
/ help.
I mean, it got to the point when I'm not kidding. In caps lock, fuck you. It's like,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't get that. I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Oh.
Like, so I got a little really nostalgic, and I hate myself for doing it. Loaded up Condition Zero, Counterstrike Condition Zero. Now I'm playing Counterstrike again.
How's that going?
I love Counterstrike. I stopped playing it for a reason though.
Would you stop playing at Go?
Yeah, well, no, I played Go. I played
Yeah.
a lot of Go.
It brings
Oh.
out
Yeah.
a side of Ben that
Yeah.
he doesn't like seeing.
Not just that, but just I'm gonna sound really lame. Counter-Strike used to like be about you would go on and you would fuck someone's mom and you would kill and plant the bomb.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Shoot through buildings, yeah.
And the whole time everybody's just hating each other in the chat. Whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's like people are like, oh, I'm just warming up for comp. You know?
Ugh.
I'm playing this is casual deathmatch
Right.
for a reason. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, and there's still assholes like
Right.
that. The
Yeah.
one time I was playing, it was me and JP, and it was same thing. Late at night, we were just bored and wanted to play some Counter-Strike. There was legit a dude on the mic the whole time barking at orders, and you're like, I can't believe you guys are not doing this, blah, blah, blah. He was on the other team, thank God, but he was like, I can't believe you guys are blah, 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 blah. You're supposed to go get up. It's like, dude, it's casual.
We're just hanging out.
Just, dude.
There's always a control freak.
Exactly.
Always a control.
I stopped listening after you said barking, so I just
It's
thought
like,
it was a
oh,
guy
yeah.
just.
It's not even that. It's like an older like.
Yeah.
But like the whole competitive thing has just taken over, which I see why it has. It's just taken over Counter-Strike.
Because now everybody's on fucking Twitch.
Exactly.
Like-
Everybody's on Twitch. Everything has to be about a competition. I don't give four shit. I'm there to play Counter-Strike.
That's
That's what I
want
want
to
to do.
Multiplayer games, really.
Like, I was in the
Unless it's with my
car today.
friends. It's the
You know
fun
what? Yeah,
part,
it's not
yeah.
even just Counter-Strike anymore because, I mean,
Yeah.
every game has
I-
a
like, I
competitive
gave up
scene in
fighting
it now.
games.
Yeah.
No, it's real life. I was in the car today singing the fuck out of Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC.
Oh yeah.
And then I pulled up the red light and I was like, this motherfucker's going to film me if I keep going. So I just got to cool down before I end up on YouTube.
Were the windows down?
Heck yeah.
Okay. That's when you just like bust out
End up on
Gangster's Paradise.
YouTube.
Well, no, I couldn't, you know? And also, the best part is I don't have it plugged in my radio. I got my headphones in, my AirPods in.
Oh, so they don't hear what you're
No,
saying.
it's just me. but
Yes.
everything is fucking recorded now, and everyone thinks that everything they do and put out there is the most important thing in the world.
Look at this. Look.
I mean, you walk into any fucking mall and everyone's just like, "Hey, I'm at the mall
Oh my
again. So I'm gonna walk up the street and then I'm gonna look at my own dick."
Whenever I
Everybody
wish
just
I was
saw
that
it.
person.
Chick-fil-A.
I wish I was that person who would catch someone vlogging like that and I could just smack their phone and have it break.
Everybody's a celebrity now. It's what it is, and it's so annoying.
Like I feel embarrassed doing this anywhere in public.
Yeah,
Just have my
like
hand
I do
up.
it to
I
like
believe
check
it.
my face to make sure I don't have food in my beard.
Yeah,
And
like
then
I'll
I'm
use it as a mirror if I have to.
Yeah,
But even then, I still feel like I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like any kind of face cam.
yeah. I always feel a little, but
Yeah.
Wowie
Other than
zowie.
that, I'll probably play Counter-Strike again. I'm sorry, but other than that, date in the park, it just gets weirder and
Oh, yeah.
weirder.
oh yeah.
Dude,
I wanted to play this. I forgot.
It
to...
fucking because now like I have 4 Steam friends, so now it fucking popped up like, hey,
four too many.
your friends are playing this, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I know my friends aren't playing this. Ben is playing this. What is it? Yeah, fucking weird.
It's. I mean, well, yeah. I'm not gonna say much about it, but it really is a weird game.
Because your friends are playing this, you might also like
Yep.
70 other free to play.
Yep.
Last time you were trying to go on a date,
Yeah, you date
obviously, yes.
duck,
the fucking
mother
game.
duck.
Right.
Nearly kills younger. Oh, I forgot to mention, you pick up said duck and you with a handkerchief. You had handkerchief that you have in your pocket.
Yeah, we all have.
And then he's like, "Oh, I should name this duck." And then the naming prompt comes up, which I obviously named
fuck.
Howard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good too.
I would have went
So-
with Dolan.
Dolan.
Dolan. You ever see those dumb memes where it's like a messed up Donald Duck?
Oh, I didn't know how to name.
It's like it's the
Like,
MS
don't
Paint
step
one.
on Sneck kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, like the MS Paint Donald Duck is Dolan Duck, and
Oh, that makes
instead of Goofy, it's Gooby or something like that.
Fugi.
But yeah, I think the weirdest part about that game is the the choice with background ambient music. Not
Yeah.
even music, just sounds. Because there's moments when
It's
you're
like
like,
a bad Aphex Twin album.
no, I wish. But like, no, it's you're in a park. The thing is, no one is really in said park. You find a person eventually,
Yeah.
but they speak in Portuguese, and they're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, dude?" And he's like, "Bueno, bueno, bueno, blah blah blah," and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah. He
got
just
it."
says good a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Good. The craziest man in the world.
But yeah,
Sir, are
it's-
you singing Tearing on My Heart? Good. Vlogging. Good.
but nah, just like the sound. I don't know. I like it so far. But I played Thursday. I just played a lot of Stories Untold, and by a lot, it was just episode 3, and then going back to episode 1. So.
And then being mad. And then
Yeah.
reinstalling CS.
Yeah, just
Oh, CS was already installed.
Oh, yeah.
I say don't worry about episode 1 right now. Just go to
Yeah.
episode 4.
That's what I want to do.
That's what they should have told George Lucas, right? Oh!
I liked
Star Wars
episode 1. I
jokes.
liked episode 1. I was also 9 when it came out, so.
I like the
As all we are.
I like the fan edit version.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars.
Ready to get rid of all the politics.
I don't fucking know. Y'all want to take a break?
Yeah, man, I want to play that fucking game.
Which one?
The fucking mom hid my 3DS.
There
Look
it
at my
is.
home screen.
Oh my
It looks like the Brady
God.
Bunch.
Jesus Christ.
Blew up my phone.
Jesus Christ.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on the other side with a little bit of news. Be right back. Welcome back. It's time for news. Y'all like news? Y'all like video games? And news? I got some news for you.
Ooh.
You ready for this?
I'm waiting.
Ben, breaking news.
Breaking.
We've only just found out. Doom's out on Switch.
What?
Cartridge is not red. How does that make you feel? You're live on the streets. You already have a mug in front of you. I don't know.
I wanted it to be a fly in the corner of a wall during that board meeting, whatever, when they're like, all right, dudes, fucking Switch is getting Doom, and they're all in there doing like cartwheels and stuff.
Yeah.
Who?
I would want a CEO to talk to me like that too.
So straight up, I mean, you know that's what goes down. So
It should if it doesn't.
how did the whole like I'm hoping someone in there was like, yeah, but the cartridge needs to be red. Like straight up.
Has there been a Switch cart that is
Colored?
yes?
No, not yet.
Maybe because now we're playing ball with Nintendo again, where we gotta say, hey Nintendo, we gotta buy cartridges from you. Maybe Nintendo's like, yo, we're not making red fucking cartridges. You know what? That's gonna cost an extra 12 cents.
You know who will though? Probably.
Limited run.
Limited run.
Limited Run, Mondo, it 8-bit or something like that. I don't know. I forgot the name of it, but no, I am 8-bit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they'll make some kind of edition where that's a thing.
It is kind of disappointing though. I mean, it's awesome that Doom is going to Switch. I saw gameplay videos of it, and it looks good.
But,
It's not like PZ Master Race, all
No.
settings
Yeah,
on
no,
max
it's not gonna
good.
be. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
impression I got overall was like that. Like, if you can't get any other version, then get this one.
Or I think also like if you want to play it in your car, get this one, or on a train. You know what I mean? Like get this, but it's not gonna be.
Yeah, like I
Whatever.
wouldn't expect top-notch quality, but
Like I think
was
it
that
runs
ever
at
the
30.
point of Doom though?
It runs at 30 FPS, but
It should have just been like sprites. It should have been like classic,
was it?
but with modern.
I think it's,
Yeah.
modern look, but it's still sprite based to walk.
I think it's impressive as shit that they got it to actually run.
No,
on that,
100%. That's like the mastermind behind like that's basically John Carmack and like just like ever since the OG like Doom Wolfenstein crew, it has been known for like just
And I
doing
don't-
the impossible
I don't
when
even
it
think
comes
they
to
did
game
the port
engines.
though.
No. I'm not saying they did the port. I'm just saying
Oh, the engines.
the engines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're just like awesome and they're spectacular.
Yeah.
And like the whatever they can do, like, you know, the barriers they break and whatnot. Like I mean, when we talked about it before, like the Switch getting Doom, like yeah, that's gonna have a lot of stuff taken out of it, or maybe just not a lot of the neat features. But I honestly thought it was just gonna run like shit no matter what. Like, maybe it's because I only played it on PC. I haven't played the PS4 or Xbox versions. But I was like, there's no way in fucking hell this couldn't even go on a Switch.
Yeah, like I played on PS4. That was pretty alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I enjoyed it.
No, my coworkers, they played it on PS4 and they absolutely adored it.
But, I mean, but if I had a choice, I would PC all the way.
Yeah, but then you have to factor in.
It's a shooter.
I had to buy like a $400 graphics card, just to play Doom. Because I mean, my existing graphics card, it would run maybe on low, between low and medium.
Let's say it's like turn that around to like enthusiasm, like. Dude, I bought a $400 card just for Doom.
It really pretty much for Doom, and then PUBG came out. I was like, I kind of bought it at the right time, I guess.
You never went back to Doom though, right?
No. Well, I talked about it before this podcast. I'm buying a monitor this month for it. Nice. Dell G-Sync 27. It's the same monitor Akko has. So, because it has G-Sync on it. How pricey is that? I found the cheapest was $500.
Okay.
And
I might actually look into that for like Cyber Monday or something.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. Yeah. They have the one, if you don't care too much about screen size, it's the 24-inch, and it's $100 cheaper. But it's the same exact thing.
I think it's what I have now. Yeah. Some Asus monitor.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, the only reason why I'm getting this one is because it has G-Sync. And G-Sync, it's just
anti-flicker.
it's basically that. It's basically to a T. But apparently, like Akko is telling me, it's a game changer.
No, like what's annoying about mine is that I don't like. So there's a button on the bottom. All the buttons are on the bottom. I don't like having to. That's figure weird. Out which one is which, because it can go sideways, but can't they all go sideways?
Yeah.
But the problem is like I switch between video outputs. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm on DVI because my computer sucks. So I'll switch to HDMI for my PS4, and if there's nothing coming from the PS4, it will say no signal, and then auto switches back to whatever is on. I want something that just keeps it on that channel.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe that monitor will do it. I don't know, but I have a lot of troubles rebooting my PS4 because of this.
That sucks. Yeah. Update that firmware.
I do, and I'm trying.
For that, yeah.
no, I do, but still, like it has problems.
But yeah, we went completely. Well, I guess it's still about Doom, but Doom on Switch. Are you guys getting it?
Eventually, yes. Yeah, I want to replay that game, and I think it'd be fun to play through it there.
I'll wait till one of those special editions come out.
Yeah.
Speaking of those special editions, they might not be coming out. So.
Wait. Is this multiplayer on Switch?
Yes.
Okay. You have to download that separately, I think.
Okay. Well, if you buy the game digitally, like a normal human being, it's all downloaded in one thing. If you buy the physical cart, you have to download the multiplayer.
Okay. Sorry. Go on.
You're welcome. Do it a little.
Yeah.
Physical games getting kind of weird. A recent mandate by Sony requires new games being published for its platforms to be rated by the ESRB. Has made obstacles for physical versions of indie games. So, like, you could basically have smaller publishers. We've had this now. Like we just talked about limited run games. We talked about I'm 8-bit. They've been doing these. Let's take indie games and put them out for PS4 without needing to obtain a rating. But now Sony and the ESRB reached out in mid-August to let them know that all games would need ratings going forward, regardless of how they were being sold.
Yeah, it's kind of required, isn't it?
But ratings for digital games are free. Under the new requirement, physical runs of games must go through the same long-form process that large publishers go through for AAA games being sold at large outlets like Walmart and GameStop. Around the same time that Sony informed developers of the changes, the ESRB circulated an email about a new value tier. It would be making available to publishers to try and ease the burden of the fees. They don't tell what that is or how much or whatever. They're based in part on the development budget for a game. They can still cost quite a bit. So this comes by way of Kotaku. There is a quote here. In recent months, a growing number of publishers have released physical versions of products that have previously been available solely through digital means. For some digital to physical products, the cost associated with the long-form rating process has been a significant challenge, even at the discounted value fee tier. This is especially true for products with small development budgets and or limited manufacturing runs. As long as a game costs less than $1 million to develop and was rated for digital release at least 90 days prior to submission, the ESRB will allow publishers to opt to pay a $3,000 for retail release rating. While some small publishers said this would help them out on some games, especially if they plan on publishing tens of thousands of physical copies, it's a substantial increase for those producing a run of physical editions in the hundreds or low thousands who were originally paying nothing.
So that means the games are going to get more expensive, right?
Or they just won't happen at all.
Yeah.
So a spokesperson from ESRB said to Kotaku, a growing number of publishers have released physical products. I feel like we just read this. A growing number of publishers have released physical versions of products that have previously been available solely through digital means, which includes physical packaging that contains a download code or product-specific POSA card.
Oh.
POSA.
Cool.
POSA. Those games must be submitted using the long-form process. However, to accommodate publishers of digital games with a small development budget who didn't initially anticipate releasing their game in a physical form at retail, ESRB recently introduced an even more heavily discounted rating fee. Sony did not respond to requests for comment. It then goes to say that Ruiner, you guys might have seen Ruiner.
The game?
The game looks fucking dope.
Yeah.
Need to get it. But it's a cyberpunk shooter that came out digitally on PS4 in late September, was going to have a disc version released in the future. Developed by Raycon Games and published by Devolver, Ruiner had come up on the radar of Special Reserve Games, who had previously put out physical editions of Absolver, Shadow Warrior 2, and Strafe. This stuff was these packages usually had more than just the game, but books, statues, etc. I mean, we've talked about these things. They always do a really, really good job. Like, you got a lot of that cool Hotline stuff previously, and Axiom Verge. Like, these publishers do really, really neat things with these games. They're going to do the same thing with Ruiner, but then the new rules made it very, very expensive. And in a statement on Twitter, Special Reserve, the publisher, said, in late August, the ESRB announced a new mandate for all physical releases across all consoles would soon be required. And shortly after we announced our intention to produce Ruiner, we received word that this mandate would be applied to it and future new game releases. The process of obtaining this rating comes with a fee that puts the production costs for new releases like Ruiner out of the acceptable range for us to produce physical discs for PS4.
That's confusing.
Yeah, and essentially, this goes on a little bit. They talk to a lot of different people from limited run games, from all these places. At the end of the day, it was something like where for a big company, these ESRB fees or whatever. For smaller companies, they were like, hey, that's a month's salary for 2 of my people. So that's kind of...
So the games aren't rated originally?
They're rated digitally, but the ESRB says, hey, if you're putting this out digitally, we don't charge you a fee. We just do it. For physical release, because they need to, I guess, whatever partnerships they have with Walmart and GameStop, like there must be something where the ESRB likely has to pay some fee to the FCC. You know what I mean? Like, they probably all have to go.
So weird.
There's all sorts of stupid legal bullshit that this runs through. But at the end of the day, this is a lot of the developers we work with have created really obscure and small titles, many of which have sold pretty poorly digital. The money we're paying to ESRB now could have kept our partners fed for several months while they created their next game. So yeah, that sucks. I don't know what that means moving forward. It likely means fewer of these types of things happening, or the way in which we see them happening is going to change. But I mean, somebody's always got to pay, right?
Yeah.
Because there's probably some bullshit where the FCC or I'm just blaming them because,
Censorship.
Yeah. But there's all those stupid things where, like, some dude goes, I think we should get more money for this. And then the fees hit that, that hit that, that hit that, that hit that. It all trickles down.
I never really thought about that because, like...
Trying to have, like, a black market stand at a flea market. Here's some.
Like
Pick
if
your favorite USB flash drive.
Yeah.
so, if you were an indie developer and you made a game on Steam,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't have to go through ESRB, right? Like I could probably look up a Steam game, right? I'm gonna look up. You know what? I'm gonna look up that game, A Date in the Park. I can guarantee you that doesn't have an ESRB
I don't think
rating.
it has to go through ESRB.
I
think
it just has to be greenlit.
For Steam, I think you're okay. It doesn't have to be fucking greenlit anymore. They abandoned
But then
that.
why is it okay on Steam then? Like why don't you have to like?
I think because Steam created their own publishing rules, and Steam said, "Hey, if you're fuck it, do it."
Like,
But the ESRB, the whole point of it was so the government wouldn't get involved. Because they wanted it, because remember in the 90s, like when Night Trap and Mortal Kombat came around,
right?
The government was like, look, you guys are fucking up. Either you do something or we're going to come in and regulate the shit out of it.
So I think they stepped in, they create this. I think with Steam said, we're going to regulate it ourselves.
Okay.
So we'll stand by whatever's out here and we'll moderate it. In recent years, many could argue that they fucked up with the moderation.
There is a thing, because like say if you want to go check out a game and it's violent, it'll kind of give you like a disclaimer.
It'll give you an age
like,
gate.
You know, age thing.
But like, how is some of the shit that ends up on the Steam store getting onto the Steam store? So, I mean, that's a whole other. The Steam store's a fucking pile
you don't own any of it.
Garbage.
They did a good job cleaning it up, though. I mean, it used to be worse, but I mean, it's.
But the fact that they kind of like.
I was wrong.
All right.
Sorry, that game, A Date in the Park, has an ESRB rating of mature. I didn't know that, so I guess they do.
Maybe.
Because this is legit, like, a guy made it, like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Huh. I didn't know that.
But this specifically was calling out, like, if you're publishing on Sony's platform, Sony now requires whatever. And again, that might be another thing where the ESRB says to Sony, hey, we need to raise our fees. And Sony goes, okay, fuck the developer.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm speculating.
I'm not surprised at this point to hear anything from Sony and not, like, have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, I don't want to fully blame them because I don't know for sure, but you know,
I guess for legal reasons, they probably had to do that.
Speaking of indie games, though, there are some indie arcade games now, specifically arcade cabinets.
I'm glad you're bringing this up, but go ahead.
This is on Kotaku as well, and there's a new wave of indie arcade cabinets being created that just look fucking cool.
What's really neat about this? I think of Shadow Warrior and Retro City Rampage, and I'm not sure about maybe Hotline Miami, but they all had arcade machines based on other indie games in their games.
Oh, really?
Because they're just their way of just like being friends with each other.
That's cool.
So seeing that come to life in a way.
Did you go? Because they have that at MagFest. There's like a little corner of indie guys with their own arcade cabinets.
I don't know what. I'm not even sure.
It's kind of hard to find.
Actual, arcade machines.
It's kind of hidden, just like behind everything else. But you should go check it out this year. I mean, it's a good number of them too.
Because like the past couple of years when I went there, I don't explore as much as I would like to.
I think that's
I think I need to do that this time.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No. I mean, there's not much more than that. It's basically people making games and making these really, really pretty arcade cabinets. But I don't know.
Did you say which games?
It does. I don't know. They're all like Frack the Planet is one of the games.
I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't be lying if I said that sounded familiar.
Oh, I know.
The one I played at MagFest, what it was called, but it was 4-player on a single cabinet, and it was like a capture the flag type game. But each character had like, it was kind of weird. It was like there was like I'm not gonna say high fantasy because we're in a high fantasy setting, but the characters were like elves and wizards and orcs. So like the orc, I was also like 3 million beers deep because it was like 2:30 in the morning at MagFest. But like the orc would have some kind of like strength thing, so he could like just smash someone and not let him proceed. The wizard would have some kind of magic spell to help proceed. It was a lot of fun, but it was like that. But it was funny. You can kind of tell the cabinet itself was kind of like a homemade experiment almost. Not a homemade experiment, but more of like, it wasn't like playing a Midway arcade cabinet in the 90s, built wise and everything.
Behemoth, whenever they go to shows, Behemoth Games. Yeah. Not the band. when they go to like events, they make their own cabinets for their games. Most recently, it was. Why can't? Wow, the name is slipping off my tongue. What was their most recent game called? It was Battle Block was before it. Now
Behemoth Games.
I was just playing it.
I know. Now I'm totally.
What the heck? I don't. This is terrible.
Santa's Little Friend Whispers.
Yeah.
Pit People. Castle Crashers.
Pit
Pit
People.
People.
I thought I was close.
Okay, so Castle Crashers had like a typical like arcade looking machine.
Yeah.
I think Battle Block just had like a joystick and a button or something like that. Pit People is literally just like some kind of lever I think is involved.
I'm looking it up right
with
now.
it, and then just like a big button. But it was cool that they made their own like arcade machines for it.
Sorry.
What?
When you said big button.
Big button.
Big button. Big button.
So
Fucking Spinal Tap.
these Spinal Tap rules, we were talking about that at band practice, just because everybody brings up the whole 11 thing.
Hey, speaking of band practice,
What?
what's up with that Engage, yo?
Oh, dude, we didn't have band practice. That band, we didn't have band practice last week.
damn it.
We are this week though.
All right.
Straight up.
All right.
I will bring back stories. Stories told.
I don't remember what the fuck happened this week, but at some point we were talking about something, and Matt
And I
just
was like, but you could buy like 50 engages.
Matt got hooked on Engage like going until November. It was like that's his life now. We
and I don't get it because he's so quick to shut down anything you do that's like irresponsible with money, like or even close to it. Where I'm just like, oh, like last week I was like, I think I might buy an Xbox One. There's gonna be a really good Black Friday deal, and he's like, fuck that. Why don't you do that? It's like, yeah, you know what? You're right, Matt. That is a very smart thing. And in the same breath, he's like, I'm about to order an Engage. Okay.
But no, the reason why I'm glad you brought up the whole indie arcade thing. You guys watch that show Shark Tank?
I've heard of it.
It's
familiar.
actually a pretty cool show. Like some of the things that people bring in, you're like, why would you? How could you even fucking think about
It's
that?
a cool show. I just don't think it should be on Animal Planet.
Is it
It's
on
got the
Animal
word-
Planet? I've only seen it on NBC or whatever.
It
other
started
channel.
on
I'm sure they
Animal
have.
Planet.
It's got the
okay.
word shark in it. There's an
Yeah.
animal.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Tell that to pescatarians.
Is it a Greek thing?
It's a diet
Oh,
thing.
Peskies. Yeah. So
God of
there was
diets.
a guy that came in, and so you guys know at least the idea of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
People
make
come
really,
in,
like,
pitch a
obscure
show.
looking-
Yeah.
Pitch a
And,
product.
yeah.
Give me money.
So this guy, he does that. He builds his
like an arcade?
own art, but they're pinball machines, but they're virtual pinball machines. So it's like 300 pinball machine games in one, and it's just it's kind of simple design because it's really just like a
Okay,
pinball
so-
machine looking thing, but it's just a fucking big like high def monitor,
Oh,
but it still
I
has
was-
like the
Yeah,
levers
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything
What-
and the bumpers.
my vision was different. I was hoping it was going to be the whole thing is an aquarium for fish, right?
Okay.
So it's a glass top, but it's all like LED still on like on
Hey,
like a clear
it-
thing.
Possibility's
So
still
you know
out
what
there.
I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's virtual pinball, but like
Still
you can
out
see
there.
the fish underneath.
And
But-
it plays music from Fish the Band.
Yes.
Chip tuned. Yeah.
God
Or-
damn
And
it.
because it's
And real
music
big
from
fish. And real big fish.
Yeah,
and real
yeah,
big
yeah.
fish.
Okay, that's better.
Okay,
That's probably
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you request Hootie, it kills the fish.
Game over. All the balls hit the ground
They all
with
float
the
to
fish. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. They kind of brought it up, and I want to bring it up with this too. He mentions like if you were to buy it, it's anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 for one.
Mm.
And what you're buying, okay, pinball machines are cool.
Yeah.
Respect.
Who's playing pinball games today?
Cool guys.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
I do when I go to
greasers.
Crabtown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crabtown is a pinball league.
People who smoke cigarettes, the
Dude,
badasses.
I've been seeing like a bunch of people from work going. We didn't go to Crabtown. It's been a while.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been. The last
Remember-
time I went, I forgot to bring my quarters. I was so bummed.
Remember we were gonna go on my birthday and then they were fucking
Yeah, it's
closed.
like, oh, we close on Wednesdays. It was some bullshit.
God
yeah,
damn
it
it.
was some bullshit.
Like, of all the days, you had to close it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of brought up like who would buy for this
Right.
example, who's gonna buy?
Fucking no one. So what they talked about is like this is just more and more people who are making games, but they're like, I'm also gonna make hardware to go with it, and then literally like there's a link in that article to another Kotaku article where they interviewed people who are doing this, and it literally says like, there's only one of these. If you want to play it, you should go to MagFest in Maryland.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. Like
Oh,
this
wow.
one. This one was for
lucky me.
Volleygon. Volleygon.
Oh, never heard of it.
Oh, you'll see.
I'll
it
have
at
to keep an eye
MagFest.
out for it. But yeah. So is it? So
Like I wouldn't buy one, probably.
no,
maybe
fuck
not.
no. You
But,
know how
like,
big those things are.
But I fucking want one, dude. Like
I mean, everybody wants one.
When we first bought the house, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that thing fixed. I got the TV fixed. We're good. Got all my modern shit there. Then I was like, I'm gonna build a retro corner. Look at that. Check.
It is.
I never turned a
Respect,
goddamn
respect,
thing on over
respect.
there, but it's there.
No, the PlayStation where we were
You're
playing
right.
Tony
We
Hawk
did play
3 on
Tony
it.
Hawk. Yeah.
No, 2. Sorry,
Two,
playing
yeah,
2.
yeah. But I always imagined getting like a Donkey Kong machine and throwing it in a corner.
That would be cool.
I want Time Crisis.
Time, yes.
How much is a Donkey
Actually,
Kong
no,
machine?
scratch that. I want the very limited running of F-Zero AX.
The sit down arcade thing.
Where it's like it came out the same time GX did for GameCube. But you
Okay.
can take your memory card from GX and put
Oh,
your
I
custom
remember-
racer
yeah.
into AX.
Yeah.
I want that thing.
That's fucking dude. Or
Sega,
like Dave and Buster's has that Mario Kart
with
arcade
with
thing.
Pac-Man.
Yeah,
in it.
man. That'd be dope.
Fucking $1,000. I could sell my phone and get a Donkey Kong machine.
See,
Uh,
but okay. Still though.
But that would be so. The only reason I would spend that kind of money on one is if I were buying the original hardware to have it and preserve it and whatever. This kind of stuff, like, you know, and I don't know if they're making these to sell. That guy sounds like he's trying to make them to sell
Yeah.
because he's on that show.
Well, yeah, he did end up
Right.
getting investment from
No shit.
one of the guys. Yeah, but like, it's an extremely like niche market.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're an indie developer who makes their own arcade cabinets,
We just gotta have more barcades around.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really hope they make more of them a thing.
Yeah.
In general,
my
you know
friend
what I
wants to like own one, run one, whatever.
He got capital because I got skills.
What?
I mean, I don't have money, but I can,
Oh.
you know, so you let him know if he's looking for one of me that I can do things. You know?
Get him on the podcast.
Come on. There's some near action figures coming out. I thought it was important that we talk about them.
How big are the butts? How faithful?
Is the clothing removable?
I don't know, man. But
Is there a brown stain?
there wasn't one.
It's the limited run.
There's 2 double packs. One has 2B and a robot, which is $80. The other has 2 robots and costs about $50.
Who makes them?
Square Enix's Play Arts line.
Dude, they're really good.
Yeah. You can see pictures. I mean, it looks like a fucking 3D model.
Oh, that's cool.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Look at all that.
Oh, so are they like detachable pieces or something?
I think so.
Most
So that's like the hand.
most
Yeah.
like high end figures like that. So when you pose them,
That's cool. Huh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you getting one?
Square did a good line of Justice League. Like they did
Oh
the
my
versions
God, yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
that's cool.
Fucking dope. They look like weird, like Batman looks like an actual knight, but also like a demon.
And
It's
like
really cool.
That's wild.
I don't know if I'll buy them. If I like, you know, if these come out and I'm like, oh,
I'll just get a pillow.
yeah, I'm not buying an N-Gage
A
today.
life-size pillow.
I'll buy one. I did find out one thing I cannot spend my money on any longer. I was thinking about it, but EA beat me to the punch. EA bought Respawn.
Who?
Respawn.
Is that the sequel to Spawn?
It is, yes.
All right.
Respawn's the developer of Titanfall. These were a lot of
I think Infinity Ward, right?
Infinity Ward folks.
Treyarch. I think it's Infinity Ward.
Jason West and Vince Zampella created Respawn to get away from the corporate bullshit.
Yeah.
All the dumb Call of Duty mandates.
Yeah.
And
Titanfall
Titanfall.
was good.
Fuck the system.
and then Titanfall 2 came out, and it
How did that do?
Titanfall?
2.
I don't know if they ever disclosed it. I remember hearing things where like it didn't do as well as they wanted it to,
Like
but
profit-wise, not good, but word of mouth, extremely good.
yeah, like everyone liked that game, but I don't think it's sold enough because
It came out.
it came out like on the same day or within like a week of EA also put out
What was it? Battlefield?
Battlefield 1 and something else. There was a third game.
Medal of Honor?
No. What was it? There's like 3 EA games last year.
Oh, EA. Oh.
Yeah, like boom, boom, boom. EA was like, hey, here's 3 games. And one of them was Titanfall. The other one was Battlefield. The other one I don't think was a shooter, but it was definitely like a big AAA thing. And it was still just like, yo, you're asking people to spend. It didn't. Yeah, I don't know. So EA buys Respawn.
They drop Visceral like a bad habit.
Yes.
Old
gone.
news.
Who cares?
It's like just an ex-wife you want to forget about at this point.
Yeah, man.
And you marry this
Sign the
sucks, man.
papers.
marry this hot young, free-spirited.
So
Respawn.
what's fucked up about that
That's really
is
fucked up.
that early last year EA announced that it had contracted Respawn to make a Star Wars action game in addition to the Battlefront series and what was then planned as a Star Wars action adventure from Visceral. Respawn is also developing the third Titanfall and a virtual reality game for Oculus.
Why Oculus?
Titanfall VR.
Yeah,
Right? You're just in the mech machine thing
Yeah,
for
but
the
like,
Titanfall.
but that's only playable on Oculus. You can't use anything.
Yeah.
else. That's what I hate about it. It's the
It's
exclusive.
its own market.
Thanks, Facebook.
So there's a tweet from Jason Schreier from Kotaku that says, sequence of events. 1, Nexon makes offer for Respawn per documentation sent to Kotaku. 2, EA has first right of refusal per documentation and can make an offer. So basically someone tried to buy Respawn. Respawn had to show EA, yo, someone wants to buy us. And then EA goes, oh, we're going to say no because you're still in contract with us. And we're going to actually offer you a buyout now. So EA says, yo, Visceral, you're cut. We need that money so we can buy Respawn. And they bought Respawn. So it does seem very related.
Yeah, it's like there's people out of a
which is-
job because they think EA just needs to save money, and then they're using that money to hire more people. That's so
crazy.
See, that's what
backdoor shady deals.
when you hear shit like that, that's the part that bums me out. Like, yeah, whatever game was supposed to come out, it was probably gonna be the most fucking dope game ever. But you'd think like the people actually worked, and now it's like, happy trails.
Yeah.
We'll put in a good word for you. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I have a family.
Not
I
anymore.
mean, they're basically just shutting. I mean, a lot of times when that happens, luckily, like a lot of other game developer companies are like, hey, we have.
So some of them probably get like relocated
Yeah.
and moved on to a different company, but then there's some that just
don't.
Yeah, I mean, I've read one. It was a company, I think Maryland actually, years ago. I think it was the one when
The Kingdoms of Amalur, big, huge games.
it was either that or the other one when it was Epic had opened up a studio here or something. Like I remember, I think it was Epic. It was someone else, but I remember reading about it on Reddit. It's like, yeah, I just relocated to Maryland, just bought a house, signed a loan, and everything. And then I was like, a month later, I find out the studio's getting shut down, and I'm fucked. Like, oh god, that sucks. Ugh. But yeah, that's the part that bums me out.
Especially
the most.
like, I'm not saying it's better or worse anywhere, right? But like certain areas of the country, if you move there and you're kind of grounded there and your studio shuts down, you're like, okay, well, I'm in the video game capital of the world. I can find. It's not going to be easy, because everyone wants a job, but it's whatever. If I could move to Maryland, like, dude, we got like 2.
Actually, no, believe it or not, Maryland,
No,
it's actually really good compared. Like, say, I don't know, just some. I don't know, like
Connecticut.
Yeah. Rhode Island.
Yeah, they probably have more than we do. I don't know.
Probably,
Who knows?
I don't know. That still sucks though. Yeah. I heard that Star Wars game, like someone read the game document, and they're like, "Whoa, that was actually supposed to be really fucking cool." Like kind of
Battlefront.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
Kotaku breaks it all open. It is
Yeah.
fucking cool. I don't like Star Wars, and I think it sounded cool. It basically sounded like Uncharted with Star Wars, but like in a thing that like you weren't. You it's no Han Solo, no
Yeah.
Luke
feel
Skywalker.
I feel like EA is just like, hey, we don't care how the game's going to be. It's Star Wars. They'll love it. Like, fuck it. Who cares? We'll just do whatever works and get to it. Give me that money.
See, that's the thing, though. That is it their fault or is it everybody who's buying it? You know what I mean?
But it like also like, I think one thing we forget as consumers is how much stupid people in suits listen to
100%.
other stupid people in suits.
It's kind of
Like shareholders make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make them happy when they are the ones,
Giving you them, yeah.
It's like when a movie makes a lot of money, and it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
But because it made so much money, because people were just curious to see it, now that movie gets to live longer, and have a franchise or whatever. When it's like, no, we didn't like it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Stop it. No, it made money. We're making. No, stop it.
Yeah.
And
They don't care.
Marvel.
That's money.
It's the same. That's why there's 3 fucking fidget spinners on my goddamn thing. Because it was a joke.
Yeah.
And and it was a joke for everyone.
We
and
feel the
then,
beast.
Hulu's on Switch.
Hey, does anybody here have a Hulu account?
I don't.
I do.
Really?
I thought about it, but I don't.
I think I like Hulu a little better than Netflix, except for their more recent app update. They changed their UI 6 months ago, and it is
Okay.
But you have to like pay stupid for like ad-free stuff, right?
yes. However, with me not having cable anymore, Hulu's pretty dope.
Yeah. I mean, it's a better alternative.
Yeah. It's because it's $10 or $11.99 for ad free, which isn't bad. But yeah, it's pretty good. My thing is, I don't know that I need it on the Switch. I get it. People have been crying about that shit since day one. Where's Netflix? Where's Hulu? Where's anything?
I guess. I mean, it's a screen with a kick.
It kind of has
something
to be.
watch on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I get the
Because then it's gonna be the console that doesn't have it.
So you just need to do it. But I also like.
Hell, even like 3DS is Netflix.
And yeah.
Does it really?
I've used it before.
Really?
Yeah.
But like I have so many devices to watch that shit on.
It's everywhere.
I'm not the fucking case for that at all. Like
No,
I don't know.
I feel like it's something for like with maybe like kids or something.
Yeah, if I were in high school, still at home, and
kids
fine.
were going on that road trip, they want something to watch.
Sure.
They don't have a car that has a TV built into it, or a
Right.
DVD player, or whatever.
It's fine. It's cool. I'm never gonna use it. I don't think I'll install it. I don't think. I don't see why I would.
So that's like my only legit way to watch The Adventures of Gumball without going like buying something.
Yeah. The only other one I can think I'd want is I was gonna say YouTube just for like gamey type thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to like bounce out of a thing and then look it
Also,
up.
like watching a direct.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But they broadcast those right through the Nintendo Minutes section or the Nintendo that
do they?
news. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did that.
But it makes me instead when I think about like, oh, they could add a YouTube app. I'm like, what if they had like a dedicated, like proprietary, like a hangout place? Like let's call it like a center, right? And like everyone, yeah, like a plaza.
Yeah.
And everyone could go there and like post pictures or screenshots or game videos or hints or like a little like a little Switch universe.
Oh,
or
okay.
Something.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, we should.
Something where me myself can be in it.
Yeah.
Huh.
You and me and we.
Yeah.
Like a me
And Dupree.
like a me universe.
Owen Wilson.
I like that name a lot.
Universe.
I like that. That's cute. Get Reggie on the phone.
If you're listening to this, it's too late.
If you just woke up from
Should've started with
cryogenically
that.
being frozen.
This whole podcast.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Me versus Dead. It is gone forever.
It's not live.
No. I've yet to receive my email with my archive,
You're not going to get one.
but
You're not gonna get
we have archived our stream, which started pretty good. By the end,
It got like 100-something views, too.
I would say it got better in some ways.
yeah. Would you?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
I was happy to see. I checked out because Giant Bomb did a stream as well, same day. They ran into the exact same problem that we
Everyone
did
will.
on a different board. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
great.
It's going to be every board. It's going to be every board.
I
But
have a feeling I know what's going on here.
yeah, it's of course it's bad, but at the
Yeah.
same time,
You know that plane you always talk about at the beginning of PUBG?
yeah,
Yeah, imagine that
no.
drawn out. And also dicks.
No.
So yeah, but we played some stuff. If you want to go check that out, I think we made a pretty fantastic little Mario Maker level. Which Matt,
It's a lot of happy accidents in that.
yeah, that's
It's like you just intuition just took over
yep,
and made the best of it.
yeah. We need to bring back some Mario Maker. Maybe not a weekly thing like we do with Hitman, but like we gotta have like a monthly Mario Maker where we sit down and we just make a fucking dumb stage, because that was so much fun. Like that.
What if you spent the whole year trying to make one stage?
Yeah, people have.
And you just did like progress reports every month about it.
That's
Called
wild.
game development.
Damn.
No, Mario Maker is such a fun game. And then we played a little bit of Smash. We
Oh, yeah.
we saw the
Oh yeah,
we saw
we saw.
we saw.
Seen it.
But yeah, Miiverse is gone. If you did not request an archive of your Miiverse stuff, sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
The one thing I posted was Slayer.
I know.
Don't worry, I got you.
Gone for
got
it.
you.
He did?
Yeah.
and what's he did? That's right. Yeah.
I drew Lady Paulitana, and she's like smiling with her eyes closed, all anime, like, and above I just wrote Slayer.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But that was the thing. Like normally when you'd boot up the Wii U, it would load to that Me Plaza, and like all of your friends would run into the center, and it would pop up with their last post. And every time I booted up my Wii U, it was the best, because for years now it's just been like me, you, and Akko standing in the thing, and my friend Wayne standing in the little plaza, and then it's only just. I see the little Cat Mario for fucking 3D World's icon, and then it just says Slayer. And then, like, around the edges, it's just like, hey, my mom's upset. Like, all these things that, like, all the kids are saying and stuff, but in the center, it's just Slayer. Fucking goddamn.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I got one more thing. You guys have anything different than this one more thing that I got?
I have one more. Oh, actually, something just popped up legit during our break, so I'll say it
What you
after
got?
No,
What you got?
No, you go first.
Well, I figure this one will kind of close. We'll have a longer conversation about.
Okay. So what happened during our break? Nintendo has filed trademarks for various franchises, including Super Smash Bros., Animal Crossing, The Legend of Zelda, and Pokemon.
Did they not have trademarks before?
That's what I'm.
Or was it renewing?
Probably renewing or maybe filing them specifically for Switch.
This is legit fresh off the dick, also known as Reddit. Its source comes from Go Nintendo and Japanese Nintendo.
Yeah, go Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Adding along with another potential rumor being posted on Resetera. That's that new
Reset
like
era.
yeah.
I like Resetera though.
It may be worth noting that 2018 is pretty much packed for hype. ZHugeEX, I guess that's the user, stated that only some of the rumors are technically correct, so we still need to take these as a grain of salt.
I think Switch has a pretty big 2018. I think that Nintendo built a really good narrative with that console this year.
Yeah, this was like a good like waking up. All right, time to crack my fingers, stretch my limbs out, and
But also, like, if this is the fucking Little Mac of consoles, like, it came out and was like, yo, Glass Joe. Like, it knocked him the fuck out. And, like, the Xbox One X came out this week, and
Switch has arms. They reach.
But do it have legs?
Wait, but hold on.
It has a kickstand.
So I went to the Resetera. Am I saying that right?
I
Don't care. Don't tell me. So.
I thought it was Reset Era, but
yeah, because I thought it was like Resetera, like etc.
Yeah,
like the word.
I think it is. I think you're saying it right.
Oh no, I need to say it wrong. So Reset Era. That's what we're going with.
I think they're both right. I don't know.
Anyway, so I clicked the one link to that site, and it takes me to an article. Rumor, bold brackets, DMC5, which is Devil May Cry 5, SC6, which is Soul Calibur 6.
it's funny that they put in SC because it's one word now.
Yeah, you think? It is.
Yeah.
So, to be unveiled later on this year, Poco Switch exerted for 18.
Well,
or
I mean, we knew
2018.
Pokemon was coming to the Switch. The
Yeah.
guys even said
I
was
just
like,
didn't think it would be 2018 though, because they're going from fucking
Right?
scratch, and they just started it like 7 months
sooner
ago.
the better because
Wait,
fuck
what's-
Sun and Moon.
Well, yeah, but like, so what are they gonna do with Pokemon on Switch?
I wouldn't be surprised if they just rebooted. Because like if you Pokemon has a movie coming out that has a retelling of the first season,
Yeah.
and they incorporated all the new Pokemon in that story, and like even Ash looks a little different.
I just feel like they're not gonna be able to get a Pokemon game out from scratch on a
The problem is that they need to have Naughty Dog do their Pokemon game.
right.
They
I mean,
need
unless-
better narrative.
Unless they have, unless the 3D models used in Sun and Moon can scale well.
Or the Pokemon Go models, which are similar.
True. How much do you know about that shit? You'd be the one that would know of the.
Sorry, because
No,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
could. The more I look into this article, there's just more news, and I'm getting real nervous. But what were we talking about?
The 3DS models. Do you think they're being created and then kind of pared down for 3DS, or do you think, basically, could they use all the Pokemon assets from Sun and Moon and scale them up to Switch easily, or are they going to have to recreate assets from scratch?
So usually when you make a 3D model, like it all depends on the platform. But usually what you have to end up doing, no matter what, is you have to reduce the polygon count, or even like the vertices, like the points. So if you were to take like a low poly asset, and it would be a lot easier to take a high poly asset and reduce it than to take a low poly
Sure.
and increase it.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a night and day difference of what you have to do for each one.
So in theory, they've already got a lot of this shit done. I mean, they potentially could already have that stuff done.
Because I feel like with Sun and Moon, they redid everything.
Yeah,
There
that was
is-
Because even after X and Y.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is an
yeah.
article about, because I think it was Gama Sutra. They interviewed one of the lead modelers. I don't think it was for Sun and Moon. I think it was for one of the ones on just DS, because there weren't a lot of modelers, but like, hey, we need you to do all these Pokemon within this time frame, and they like.
Yeah, Platinum had like animated sprites.
Yeah, like the way they tackled it in like the 3D world, it's actually extremely impressive. Like the amount they did. You know, it's fucking Pokemon. All the fucking Pokemon out there, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And each of them are unique to its own character. So
Yeah.
think about it. You're making all these different fucking character models.
And then you have to balance them against
Yeah,
one another
exactly.
and all that shit. And that's where I'm like, do they pare down? Do they not give you access to 721 in the one for Switch?
I'm also curious about
I
scaling.
don't know.
Because
What do you
Pokemon in a DS, their sizes are never approximate to how big they really are. So if
Oh,
I'm fighting
right,
an
right,
Onix, I want to fight an Onix.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I want
yeah.
them to be huge.
So what do you want it? Do you want it to be more like turn-based RPG, or are you looking for like?
Honestly, I would want something more on the lines of Pokken, but not Pokken.
You want it to look and feel like Pokken, but be
So like I want to
choose
run
your.
around as a
but
character.
you're still playing the trainer.
But yeah, I mean I'm still a trainer, but when it gets to the fights, I control the Pokemon like it's a
Oh,
real
you
time
do.
action
Oh,
game.
okay. So Pokken with wheels.
And I have like limited moves. Kind of Final Fantasy 15. I want that, but for Pokemon.
So what is? I'm having a
Because
brain
they have the
fart
random
here.
battles, and then it gets to a battle mode, and you have a certain
Yeah.
barrier that you can't leave. And
Yeah. No, that'd be
What is PSX?
PlayStation Experience.
Didn't that already happen? Wasn't that the Paris
That
games?
was Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
PlayStation Experience is this thing in
Sony's own-
December.
I thought that was part of the PSX then. I'm wrong. So that's what they're saying. All this shit's gonna get dropped then. The ones I told you about, Devil May Cry 5 and Soul Calibur 6.
What does that have to do with Switch though?
Because
They're
on Soul Calibur 6, I was told it'll be for PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch.
which would make sense because Nintendo's really, really good working relationship with Bandai.
Guest characters?
Oh my god.
One trustworthy source told me it would
Last
be
one
revealed
had-
at PSX.
Last one had Star Wars.
And that was 4. 5 didn't have shit, did it?
No. Oh, you're right. I kind of just dropped off after that.
If
That
the
made me
Switch
mad.
version is not announced, in a matter of fact, alongside this is typed poorly. It like multiple. If the Switch version is not announced in a matter of fact way alongside it, like multi-platform games do when revealed at a specific
Right.
console's event, then it should be announced during Nintendo Direct in January.
Huh.
That I keep hearing about.
Yeah, that January Direct is
It's gonna be dope.
I hope so.
But I think we got a good, strong year next year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Metroid's going to be out. I'd be really surprised if Metroid
I
hit.
hope we see something and it doesn't take like another 4 or 5 year delay for something like that.
I think we're going to get...
I think we'll be okay.
I think we're going to get something not...
I think at the least Metro would be a holiday.
At the very least, I think...
But I can see it taking a year
Yeah.
or something.
Oh, so this kind of answers the question about the Sun Moon thing. There's been pressure towards Game Freak to get Pokemon's 8th generation out in hopes of release next year. If you recall, Pokemon Stars, that is or was real, but all it was a Sun and Moon port to the Switch used as a tech engine test demo
Right.
thing.
Okay.
So, to go back on the 3D model thing, a lot of times shaders can make 3D, like especially low poly models, look a lot more than what they are. So maybe they're doing that too. I don't know, because I mean each engine has its own
Different
fucking
textures
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
too, like the skins for it.
Mhm. Like there's also stuff called like normal maps, if you guys know what that is. But that was another thing. I don't think it was mainly made by, but like John Carmack and Doom 3 engine. It was made popular around then.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, so the shotgun in Doom, you know how when you look at it, it has like those engravings?
Yeah.
That's actually just a texture. That's not an actual, like, someone carved
It in.
Polygons. and
what
shit
it
or
is.
whatever.
They may have carved it in a 3D software,
Yeah.
but it's exported. And when I say it's
So
exported,
it's
it's like
flat
a whole.
image.
It's a flat image, but the way it's, you've probably seen images of a normal map before. It's like weird lighting on it.
Yeah.
But when the way it plays in the engine is the lighting kind of bounces off it and makes it look like it's an actual thing, and it fucks with like the lighting and the shading to give that
Yeah, yeah,
illusion. Like I can show you guys a trick that when you see, basically if you were able to like view the shotgun in like 3D whatever, if you look at it at a certain angle, you can see that it's just a texture.
Okay.
But they'll hide
that's
that
cool.
when
Yeah.
you know, with the camera and everything.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the sidewalk artists. Only from one angle, it
It's-
looks
yeah,
good.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Once you
but
look
then
at
another angle, it's like, oh, that
Yeah.
looks like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. Once you see it, certain angle,
Unfolded and moved. Yeah.
Cool. That's interesting. That leak legit happened as like during our break.
When do you think the next Nintendo Direct is? Right now, it is November 13th.
I just want one. I don't. Do you think there's gonna be one in December?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're gonna announce Mother 3, but
Yeah. But
I'm gonna say the 18th.
18th of this month,
No, January for Nintendo. Oh, you mean for when's Nintendo's Next Direct this year?
very next Direct.
yeah.
It's gonna be before Christmas.
Because they just did the Xenoblade one.
They did.
Um,
How long in advance do they announce it?
days. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
it's
we won't
usually
know.
like
A week before.
depending on the Direct. Like lately, what
yeah.
it's been like. I think that Xenoblade one was like the Xenoblade one had a longer tail on it, but like the last proper Direct we had, they were like, "Hey,
Oh.
tune in a day and a half."
I'm
Like,
gonna
it-
guess like first week of December.
I think it's
Because
strong.
Animal Crossing will be out by then. They can talk a little more on it if they need to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I forgot about Animal Crossing. A lot of people at work made Australian accounts so they could get that game.
Yeah, have fun starting over.
Yeah, they tried to talk to me into it, and I was like, "Wait, you got to start." I'm not. Nah,
Just wait. Come on.
couple weeks, I'll be alright.
He'd be good. He got all these other games played.
It looks so fucking good though.
It does.
I'm gonna have to play it.
It's nicely polished for an Animal Crossing game.
Yeah. Speaking of polish, Friday night, I'm hanging out. Katie's out of town for work. Exactly.
Down the street.
Fucking Roseanne.
Now I picture this camera rotating around us as we're talking, and time's going by.
I'm hanging out. Katie's out of town, so I'm like just watching garbage, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, that Injustice thing's about to happen, isn't it?"
Oh yeah.
And then it was like, "Yeah, it's live on TBS," and I was like, "All right, America's Most
TBS, very
America's,
funny."
Yeah, right. And then I remembered I have PlayStation View, so I have live TV. So I was like, "All right, let's do this." Popped it on, and it was in the middle of some match. Two people playing Injustice. And right at the end of the match, they were like, "Oh my God, that's it. He's going to the grand finals." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like right at the end. And they're like, "We're going to go to commercial. When we come back, we have your world championship, blah, 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 blah. But before that, stay tuned for Injustice Fighter Pack 3. And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm just in time. All right." So I watched a couple Tide commercials. Comes back on. Here we go. Trailer starts. You have a, who was the first one that was downed? Raiden.
Yeah.
You got Raiden knocked on the ground. You got a barrel of oil tipped over, and a cigarette gets flicked just beside it. And you're like, cigarette? John Constantine. Then you see Black Manta back there. Knock the fuck down. Who knocked him out? Well then, kaboom. Building goes boom. Out comes the atom. Skipping on little particles. Which we knew the atom was in it. They already showed him off. No surprise there. Okay.
I want to see him fight though. They never really seen him fight before.
Yeah, like in comic books you see how he kind of zips around, but never really that was really smart how they did that. I'm excited to play him.
Yeah.
Then you see some girl and you're like, "Who?" And then you realize the little moon necklace and you're like, "All right, Enchantress."
Okay, see, I didn't pick that up right away.
And then like we kind of thought Enchantress for a long time. If you looked at her silhouette, it had the little like thing, and it was like it kind of had to be Mira or her.
I didn't notice the necklace, but I thought I saw like a dark blue like jumpsuit-esque outfit, and I was like,
Who are you thinking?
well, we'll get there.
Yeah. So you kind of see, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, okay." So then Adam and Enchantress are charging at one another, and you're like, "Fuck!" And then a sigh gets thrown right in between them, and I was like,
Mortal Kombat.
My first reaction was like, "Oh, that's weird. It's like a Ninja Turtles thing." And then I was like, "But yeah, all right. So who the fuck has a sigh?" And then I'm like moving on. I'm like, "Who would have a sigh?" And then it cuts to the alleyway. And there's a motherfucker in a trench coat and a goddamn fedora.
It's Rorschach.
And I was like, "No, that's not Raph." And then the fucking thing comes off. And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because I was texting you guys like the whole time, like live recap, like, "Oh yeah, watch this thing." Or what the fuck? Teenage Mutant Ninja fucking Turtles.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest shit in the world. And then, so, that line where they say something, Michelangelo says something, and then Leonardo goes, "Mikey, we fight together." Are they going to be one playable unit?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know how Injustice 2 works exactly because I haven't played it in a while, but you get like different skins, right?
You do get different skins, and that's what makes sense.
Because they look
to
like
me.
straight up color swaps. Because they all have shoulder straps, and 2 of them don't need shoulder straps.
Yeah, but they each had. I wonder how that. So, are you saying they're just going to be, well, theorizing now that they're just going to be like costumes, like costume changes?
I feel like there's a thing called like premiere skins, right?
Yes, that's true.
Or no, because with the Flash you can get reverse Flash.
Okay.
And all of his dialogue is different, and I don't know if his fighting style is different, but just like what was the other one? Wasn't there like a Mr. Freeze one?
They did, yeah. Mr. Freeze subs in for Captain Cold. Black Lightning subs in for Raiden.
Are they different fighting moves, or is it the same moves?
Generally the same moves with like you might have some minor animation differences.
See, I could see them like taking that further, and kind of and whatever. But I feel like the might be all 4 of them.
I don't know.
Unless you do a Dragon Ball Fighters, where Captain Ginyu, where each one of his signature moves is a different Ginyu Force member.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm really. It's interesting. So now I thought the lady was April, after you showed me the trailer. Because in the comics she wore a blue jumpsuit.
So it's not April?
No, it's whoever is Enchantress. I don't know her alter alias person. That Enchantress takes over. I don't know.
So, the thing that happened was I saw what's his face, Ed Boon, which I know he's always trolling. But he retweeted someone who specifically said Ninja Turtles all fighting as one. Yeah, okay, you got me with Picard clapping. But like, I don't know. And I've looked to see if there's like an official press release or something.
That's the thing though, because if they're all fighting as one, then they could have taken the time to make them look a little more distinctive and different.
Yeah.
Because if you have sais or nunchucks, you don't need a shoulder part. That's just for the staff and katanas. Because they never had shoulder parts. So if you're just going to watch the trailer, like they all look exactly the same. The one elbow pad, all colors. It's just different palette swaps.
Yeah.
But they're still like they still call each other by their names and all that. But then at the very end of the trailer, when they all walk forward to present the Fighter Pack 3, they're wearing the brown padding like in the movie. So they are all of them already have.
I'm looking up the skins
like,
or the image.
I don't know. I really don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how that would feel fighting as all of them.
Yeah, feels a little overwhelming.
And
because the game already doesn't have a tag system.
Yeah, I think I'd maybe want an option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they legit all have the same face.
Yeah. Well, that's insensitive, Ben.
God damn it. Like, you could just take that sound clip out and just... that's crazy. Nah, because I remember we were texting about it.
Yeah, they, like... I don't know what it is with people, like... Okay, so they look stupid, but I like them at the same time. Like, their noses aren't big enough for me.
All right.
The rest of their head is, like, big and lumpy, but, like, the beak part doesn't really stick out.
Yeah.
They kind of...
So, like, when they smile and then seeing them having pupils, it's like, ugh, like, stop. Don't smile. Just be mad. It's like a little uncanny valley for me.
I mean, I guess we'll have to wait to hear more of exact... Because how would that work? Like, would you buy one?
I feel like, like in Smash Brothers, when like you switch between the villagers or Martha and Lucina. No, Martha and Lucina are separate.
Yeah.
Corrin.
Yeah.
And like, new Bayonetta, old Bayonetta, and like the different versions of Cloud. I feel like it's gonna be something like that, where like you just, I mean, there's no way to 4 characters taken up on that screen. They're all gonna share one square.
Yeah.
And then maybe from there it's just like, hey, pick
I
your
don't know, because it's not really like...
What's your favorite
There's
color?
no way you'd be able to play them all at once. There's no tag system, right?
Unless each different move is like a different character popping up and doing something. It's the only thing I can.
I mean, I don't know how that. I mean, I'm sure they have some kind of way. But first of all, Ninja Turtles.
What is like their? Is it circle for like your special ability?
Yeah.
Not your not your special move, but just activate something. Maybe that can swap the turtles or something. Kind of like a Pokemon trainer. When you in Smash, when you switch between Pokemon.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It could be something like that too.
Because I don't like, what is their gear gonna look like? Because this game's all about unlocking gear. Like, you're gonna unlock like the cartoon mod, or you're gonna unlock the Michael Bay mod.
Oh no!
Yes.
If they all get like red bandanas, maybe, and no pupils, I'd be fine with that customization.
That'd be cool. Yeah, like shaders.
It's kind of weird that they got Ninja Turtles in there, huh? Because that game is what, DC and Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder...
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Enchantress does look really goddamn good.
There was the recent crossover with Batman and Ninja Turtles as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So I don't know if that plays any part in this. But it could have.
Somebody on Reddit said we need an update for Sub-Zero for Shredder armor.
Oh, that would be
Dude, that would be badass.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And they're also including Hellboy, so it seems like they're reaching out to more comics-based characters this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Hellboy in it now? Is that live?
I'm not sure.
What's today? No, I think it's tomorrow. He hits.
Did you see it's kind of off topic, but did you see the new Hellboy movie photos?
No, I didn't.
The guy who plays Hopper in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He's in Hellboy, and I was like, fuck this, man. I want Ron Perlman. He was great.
Yeah.
And I see this, I'm like, oh, that's actually
He looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Pretty good.
Damn. Ninja Turtles.
Everyone's fucking going crazy about it.
I wonder if this is because Killer Instinct got Battletoads.
You know, I wouldn't put it past them. If they
'cause-
saw that
'cause-
and they were like,
Because when they smiled,
We
I
can-
was like, they're Battletoad looking mofos right there a
Yeah.
little bit. But them jumping up and then, like you see the city scale and come up like Turtles in
So
Time,
good.
and then he
So
jumped down
fucking
at
good.
you. Did I send you guys the video of people reacting at the event when
I was
it?
watching. That's what I was watching.
Yeah, they lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh! Like one person went to the other one, grabbed his arms and shook him. He was like,
Because when they played
They loved it.
when they played the trailer for like me, the viewer, they cut away from all audience sounds and all whatever. Then immediately after the trailer, they cut back to like two guys at the table who don't give a fuck, and they're like, wow, wow, oh, incredible, Ninja Turtles. There you have it, folks. Fighter Pack 3. That's wild. Oh, what's that? Yeah. I hear we got some footage from the live reaction.
Christ.
Can we cut to the crowd, and then it cuts back to the people who were actually commentating the fights. They had moved into the crowd with all the fans for the whole thing, and then it showed they were the two like right in the front that were like.
no, somebody on Twitter like was there at the event, or they filmed everybody watching the trailer as it was happening.
Shit.
And when they saw the side, they're like, oh no, oh, and then when they show Raph, it was just like, oh,
That was my reaction. I was like, that's weird. They threw it like just in the way from the movie, and I was like, well, my next thought was like, well, it's not going to be him. Like it clearly isn't him. There's no, how the fuck would they end?
Because there is a Mortal Kombat character to use as a side, right? Or two
Probably.
sides? It's one of the girls.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Melina.
Yeah, and I think I was like, yeah, it's not them. Okay, it's fine. It's another fucking Mortal Kombat thing.
I was like, it can't
Now,
be Electra.
now I need.
But then like, that's the next step. So they have not announced that they're going to do any more DLC after this. But what if they start putting some fucking Marvel characters in here?
Then they
You
need
just
to stop calling it Injustice and move on to a new franchise title, and like, because I feel bad for DC, in a way, like, you know, because it's supposed to be more like a DC centric game, and then you're throwing in all these other. Then before you know it, they're gonna ride the Smash train, where it's just all these all stars from other games and comics or whatever coming in, and eventually it's just gonna be just a whatever, you know, whatever, man.
I don't know if I hate it or I don't know. Like I started thinking because I saw a lot of the like fucking vitriol in response where like you had a lot of people who were really stoked about the Turtles and a lot of people who were like, why the fuck would you put a poll out and ask us who we won in the game if you're just going to put the goddamn Ninja Turtles in there? And I was like, well,
It's like that one.
fuck you.
It's like that one poll for Smash felt kind of rigged or whatever.
Well, we also all voted for Goku, so I mean, you can't
Yeah,
really...
you can ban Naruto. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I really want a Goku.
I just.
The way they fucking the way that Sakurai addressed that too was like, so we took the results of the poll, and the ones that were not licensed in a way that we could obtain. Fucker.
I picked the dudes from Golden Sun, like Isaac.
Oh my god.
That was
Isaac.
mine. That was mine.
I think I actually picked Shovel Knight.
So that would be dude.
That was my secondary vote. My first was Simon Belmont.
Simone.
Yeah. Simone. Yeah.
Though, if there was like another, see, I can see this for some reason. I'm okay with more like Mortal Kombat having these all-star characters more.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it just I don't know.
Because
Maybe it does make more sense for Injustice to have it in the end, because
comic books cross over with shit.
yeah, and like Mortal Kombat
Is its own
like,
thing.
It's like
It is.
like it's even retconned itself
Yeah. Yeah.
throughout like 10, 11 games or something.
Did they do anything for the 20th anniversary?
Mortal Kombat?
Or 25th, rather?
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. It was like October.
I don't know, but I want that movie to come out.
I don't think they did.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Because Ed Boon was at E3 talking about, like, yeah, we're bringing me out there doing stuff.
Well, I think they're all guns blazing with Injustice 2 right now.
But if they were adding
Aren't
another
they?
All-Star, Doom guy.
Oh, straight up.
He'd be perfect for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, actually. Not
He just ripped his hair.
Because Mortal Kombat has blood. We need the blood.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Doom guy would definitely be a perfect fit.
One day. In some universe. I think it's going to do it for us.
Oh, yeah. Also, just real quick. You weren't the only person. You were the first one to show me that. And 2 other people showed me that same video trailer. Which is funny because earlier in the day or the day before, I got tagged like 5 million times that Arby's posted KK Slider as their art. And like, I liked it on Instagram, but everyone else was like tagging me on Facebook like, yeah, okay, I know. I mean, I got my friends know what I like. So
It's Katie.
you all passed the test.
Katie never. I kept trying to get her to play Animal Crossing. I was like, you should buy a 3DS and get Animal Crossing so we can play in each other's towns. She's like, I'm not ever going to do that. But I also started showing her how every modern girl looks like KK Slider because of the fucking eyebrows.
Yeah.
So she's very
Not
familiar
wrong.
with. Sorry, she's very familiar with KK Slider.
I've actually drew eyebrows on my dog
See?
because he was already like all white. And he took a Sharpie.
You know what's funny about that Ninja Turtles thing we were just talking about? I was out eating and drinking with Faith, and she went to go to the bathroom. And that's when I was texting you guys, and she came out. She's like, "Oh, who are you talking to?" And I was like, "Oh, I was just talking to Joe, Mark, Matt. Just free cheese,
Yeah.
It's like, what are you guys talking about? And I was like, and I'm not even going to talk about this. Like, I'm not going to talk to you about. We're like, oh, Ninja Turtles.
You're gonna leave me if I do.
Yeah, I know.
Just
No, but Katie showed me that KK Slider Arby's thing. She was like, "Oh, hey, look, it's every girl."
she's not wrong.
Breaking news. Breaking the news. Oh my God, we just got a new goddamn theme song. Noctis.
Who?
Noctis.
Knock this.
Knock these nuts.
Damn it. Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 announced for Tekken 7.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it
Hold on.
literally happened 1 minute ago.
So Akuma.
What's up with the?
So right now we have Akuma. We have Geese Howard.
Yeah.
King of Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King of Fighters. I thought they added somebody else before that.
They did. Akuma.
No, like
Oh.
besides those 2, there was another character before Noctis.
That sounds right.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, Noctis. Geese is almost finished being developed. They're waiting on first-party approval and should be released soon. Rematch in player matches coming, and they're porting the game to a more recent build of Unreal Engine to reduce input lag further.
Oh, that's good.
So Geese and Noctis aren't or will not be canon,
No.
but Akuma is canon.
Can I read you the replies real quick? I'm just going to do these very quickly because we're wrapping up. Dude, what? What the fuck? This doesn't really seem like a good choice. This is a terrible choice. Sure, okay, why not? Exciting to see a Final Fantasy character, but man, Noctis, LMFAO, terrible choice. What? I need to see video of this. Should have been Gladio or Ignis. I may actually check this game out.
Noctis
should have
would
been
be a better
Kazuma
choice for Soul
Fury.
Calibur.
Yeah.
What's up with these mashups?
Dude, Square is just putting Final Fantasy 15 out there.
Yeah. It's being milked
Yeah.
hard.
It said like the
Hard milk.
profit increased by like 200%
That
because of
makes
Final
sense.
Fantasy 15, right?
It's 'cause
That's
Joe,
what I heard.
it's 'cause Joe bought that Jones Chocobo soda.
Yep.
Son
I mean,
of a bitch.
dude, they fucking made... They spent a lot of money making that game over the last little while. So they had to recoup something.
I still gotta buy it on PC.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I
no,
do.
God, Jesus, no, you don't.
Why
on,
not?
not on PC. Did you hear about that install size?
What's the size?
200 gigs.
It's a big game.
I might be exaggerating, but I think it like breaks 100 gigs.
Breaking the gigs.
Free Cheese, the weekly video game
Yep.
podcast about video games, brought to you by thefreecheese.com. If you like this episode, you can find it and all of our other episodes on thefreecheese.com. Also over on iTunes and the Google Play Store, where you can subscribe, leave a comment, or a review even. Reviews help with visibility. They tell other people that we have a show that they can listen to with their phones anywhere
Anyway.
anywhere that the world takes you. The world takes you to different places. I am in a different place. But if you want to find out where else I might be, you can follow the Free Cheese on Twitter at some Free Cheese. You can follow Mark at aug_mental. You can follow Ben at sevbenz and myself at the Free Cheese. That is it for us. That's it for episode 223. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you, listener. We'll see you in a week.